Happy New Year, my people. Big up to everyone in the Little Kingston. You probably can't hear me. Happy New Year. This year is going to be a good year, I hope, for you and I hope for my club. Big up. We're doing the first step to the mic 2025. We're going to do a recap probably later on this month of the year 2024. But we're back in the location. Big up to everyone. I know everyone is having their holidays still. If you're having your holidays, big up to you. If you're not having your holidays, big up to you. But we are back. Step to the mic 2025. And I think there's a lot for us to discuss. Big up to everyone in there. Happy New Year to all of you. You done know. And my bro, Jay, Hotspur Cave, we should have done this time ago, is straight in off the bat. Jay, my bro, Happy New Year. And big up to Jay. Jay set up his YouTube channel literally on the 1st, I think, isn't it? Pretty much the 1st of January. Let's make sure we go there, smash a like, subscribe, all that. Jay, bro, the reason why I've been off right now is because man needed to just recalibrate. Because what's been going on with our club is a hot mess. Big up to everyone in locked in. Saka's older brother, Afro Knight, Garvin, all my people, them. Big up to you. Jay, talk to me, bro. Talk to me. I was on George's channel yesterday, bro, and I was just letting it rip. But talk to me, my brother.
No, I saw I was locked in. First of all, big up Deji. Happy New Year, man. You get me? Everyone make sure you sub to Deji, bro. Smash a like on the video as well, guys, because it's free. You know what I mean? Obviously, thank you for having me on. Bro, it's been a year. 2024 has been a year of downs and downs, is what I like to call it, bro. That's how I phrased it on my 2024 recap on my channel. I called it downs and downs because, bro, you know, for us Spurs fans, all we've wanted to see this year, not even just this season, but last season as well, is progression. We want to feel like we're moving in the right direction. And I don't feel like we've been moving in the right direction. Do you know what I'm saying? Transfer windows open. I don't feel like we're getting no business done. I'm hearing Angie's only going to be given 30 million to spend. If that's true, blood, I want what Daniel Levy's smoking. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because that don't make no damn sense. You get me? But yeah, man, it's been a rough year for us Spurs fans. I think it's definitely been a rough year for us. But hopefully 2025 can be the year that the Spurs make their return, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to get to 20 years, no trophy, bro. So,
bro, you know what? When I reflect on 2024, and I'm going to do a reflection probably early next week, I have to say, bro, for me, the end of the year, I always want the end of the year. I always want to finish the year strong. Because when you deep it, what you remember is the end. Do you get me? So if you're into business, if you start the year strong and then your business phase towards the year, you're going to feel like you've had a bad year. But if you finish strong, you're going to feel like the year was good. And I'm listening to Postecoglou earlier today with these pre-match conference. He's saying, overall, he thinks he had a good year. The guy's an idiot, bro. How can he have had a good year? Yes, we finished 5th. But when you look at the run, the reason why we finished 5th was because in 2023, you did good. We were top of the league in 2023. That carried us over while we were limping over the line. We carried that same form into the start of this season, and it's been rubbish, bro. We've been, like Danny Dill says, we've been absolutely rubbish. So for me, it's been poor, bro. It's been poor to see Tottenham 11th on Christmas Day, New Year's. And really and truly, if United weren't so whack, we would have been 13th, 14th. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, we are closer to the relegation zone than we are to top 4. And for me, I have to say the whole year has been poor. And I know that in the way that I stream, and I know that in the conversation. Bro, man, I've had to go into hiding, bro. I'm not streaming as I would like. Because what have I got to say, bro? Right now, man has to face Gunnar Lee, Dan Potts, all these brothers who are going to be chopping man up for breakfast. It's not good, man. I'm not happy, bro. And if Daniel Levy doesn't go out, like, the thing that's pissing me off right now is he's saying that they want to get 3 players. It's not 3 players. It's not free. It's 6. We need 6 brothers in this team minimum. Yeah, I'm glad they've realized that Fraser Forster's the fridge, and we need a keeper. Yeah, we need a left back. Yeah, go and get. Oh, bro, you know what? Yeah. Anyway, bro, there's so much. Like even this Godfrey brother from Everton, who's at Atalanta. Why are we going for these types of brothers? Go and get some
Because it's
proper
easy,
ballers.
Dej. This is the
Crap,
problem,
man.
though. This is the problem, though, Dej. Yeah, I said this before, and I'll say it again. As long as the money's money in, yeah, these owners are not gonna go anywhere. You get me? And I see something come out today, yeah, talking about how Tottenham are interested in a hybrid centre back who can play left back. Why don't we just go out there, sign a centre back, and sign a left back, and then sign someone who can do both? This is what teams that are serious does. And I see a comment in the chat earlier about you Tottenham fans get your hopes up every season and and you expect
Yeah, this brother here, B talks full. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're allowed to have high expectations because we want our club. I want my club to be up there. I want my club. I want to feel like how Liverpool fans feel about their club. Do you know what I'm saying? How Chelsea fans feel about their club, bro. Even West Ham, bro. West Ham have won a European. They've won a major honor more recently than us people. Do you understand? So when you see fans like me, fans like Dej, you know what I'm saying, holding the club to a high standard, yeah, it's because we want the best for our club, man, and we believe that we deserve that.
Well, that's the thing, bro. People talk about aiming high. You aim high, and if you drop low, you know, if you aim for an A star and you get a B, still all right. What you can't do is aim for a D, because if you don't get the D, you're ending up E, F, G. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's just normal. That's why I want to aim for the stars and see what I want. Look, Baller says get Kirkes from Bournemouth. Yeah, bro, that's what I want. 30 mil Kirkes. We can get him, bring him in. I want to see Kel. I want to see. And the thing that I don't like about Postecoglou, and this is where I'm going now, bro, is I don't like Postecoglou. With football, you need to be a manager. You can't mix business with pleasure, meaning there can't be sentiments. I feel that this brother manages on a sentimental level, bro, whether it's good or bad. I'll give you an example. Jed Spence. There must be something like one, because that brother deserves to start ahead of Porro, but you won't play him. You're refusing to bring in direct competition for Vicario, who we know can't deal with set pieces. Like you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're refusing to go out and accept that Son ain't the guy. You're continuing to play Timo Werner, even though we know he's rubbish. Come on. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? You're insisting on playing Archie Gray, 18-year-old, out of position and with the high line. It's like you have, like Postecoglou, I was agreeing with Jordan, the man them. The individual, he's cool. I like being on the front foot than the other thing, because having done the Conte ball, I was bored out of my wits. I'm not going to lie. But, bro, a lot of the, if you really deep, Postecoglou is hiding behind injuries now. That's what he's doing. Yeah, you know, there's context behind it, mate. There's context behind it. No, shut your mouth. The only context is you didn't manage it, bro. Because when we had Van der Ven and Romero, we still lost to Newcastle. Yeah, we still lost to Arsenal. We still drew with Leicester. We were crap anyway. The thing that is lucky for Postecoglou is the injuries, because he can hide behind that. Because had them brothers been there and we had these performances, he would have gone. Long time. You know what I'm saying, bro? But, bro, talk to me. And big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Make sure you smash the like, but make sure you join in on the link. Jay, what needs to happen now for, let's say, we're not in control of our club. I'm all about giving people a second chance. Let's say you're going to give this brother a second chance. Yeah? What needs to happen? And I want you to set out the roadmap. So it can't be where he's just got to win games. That's easy. We know he's got to win games. What do you need to see come in? And what do you need to see and when? Because right now, bro, I'm going to be real. We're not beating Newcastle tomorrow. I'm watching the game, but we're not getting nothing from there. Let's just be real, my bro. So, you know, let us know.
Well, obviously, I'm going to the Newcastle game tomorrow, and I'm going there live in the flesh. I know I saw a comment bums on seats equal rare tear. But listen, you guys don't understand what kind of power Tottenham are in it. We are a money powerhouse. No amount of 10,000 seats, 10,000 people not turning up, another 10,000 people will turn up. It's that simple. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to say.
That's why I said he's not a businessman, because he's guaranteed that sellout crowd, win, lose or draw. Tottenham is always going to be ram and getting that rubbish food. Sorry, bro. Sorry to cut you. Go on.
No, of course. No, bro, you're spot on. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of Postecoglou, for me, what he has to do to save his job is very simple. First of all, and I don't even want to say down to Postecoglou. I just say this is what Tottenham need to do in general. We need to go out there, sign a fullback, right? Left or right back, or get a fullback that can play on both sides. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you want to talk about hybrid, go and get a fullback that can play on the left and can play on the right. Go out there and sign a centre back. Sign a goalkeeper, James Trafford. He's probably available for like 12 million. He's at Burnley. They're in the Championship. He'd love to come to Tottenham, even if it's to be the number 2. Do you know what I'm saying? Good. Mm-hmm. He's good. He's a good goalkeeper.
He's all right.
Cool.
I like him.
We need a DM, right? Because I don't want to see Basuma at my club come the end of the season. He needs to leave, right? I don't want to see Basuma at my club no more. I'm fed up. I've given him enough chances to prove himself. He's crap. I don't want him. Yeah? We need an attacker, because Richarlison, I've got a video coming out about Richarlison later, guys. Richarlison stinks. He is done. That purple patch that we saw last season is the best we're going to see of Richarlison probably in his career. He's never going to have a period of sustained goal scoring like that again. So a forward, a DM, a goalkeeper, a centre-back, and a fullback. That's 6 signings, or 5 signings, sorry. That's 5 signings we need. If we can bring in those 5 signings, people, then that will give me faith that we can finish not in a European spot, you know. We're not talking about that. We're so bad right now. The conversation is finishing in the top half of the table. That is the conversation.
8th.
Right now.
8th. Hoping for 8th.
Aim for 8th. And if we aim for 8th, you know what? I don't think there's any... Listen, I want him gone at the end of the season. Whether he wins us a cup, I think the only thing for me that will save him is if he goes and wins the Europa League. Because that's a major honour.
And he goes on a run in the league. Somehow we finish 7th. You know, a bit like what Pochettino did at Chelsea. Do you get me? If he does something like that, then you think, oh, maybe he's sorted it out. That kind of thing.
If we finish 8th, we get to the Carabao Cup final, we win the Europa League, and we make it to, let's say, the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, then the reality is, I'll say, you know what? Maybe we do need to start looking at the board. Maybe he just needs better players. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, we've got a lot of bang average players at the team. However, look, me and you, bro, we've been supporting this club for a long time, bro. We know what's going to happen. And at the rate we're going now, he ain't making it to the end of January, bro. He ain't making it to the end of January. We could be 15th by the end of January.
And that's what vexes me, bro. It's like we are delaying the inevitable. He can't, bro, I agree. I need to see those changes would mean that the club is being more serious because they're backing the manager. And to see that, it means he's getting it right. The one thing I will say, bro, is even if Romero, Van de Ven are back, I'm not buying that we're going to be, all of a sudden, the problems are fixed. We're going to be, because that's how he's selling it. When the man them are back, we're going to do well. Well, there's only 2 man them missing, in my view, which is Romero and Van de Ven, because let's be real, Udogie doesn't count. As well. And Vicario, do you get what I'm saying? But that can't be the reason why we are just as rubbish as we are. Do you get me? And when I'm looking, and bro, like, football's not difficult. And big up to SJ, I see you, my bro. We'll bring you in a few minutes. When I look at our squad, the first thing I'm thinking is who is the opposition afraid of? Apart from Kulusevski, we've got no bad man. We've got no bad man, bro. Like, when I'm looking at Wolves, I'm looking at Gomez, I'm looking at Cunha, I'm looking at Ain't Nori. You know what I mean? Already I'm thinking, these men can do something on their day. You go to Fulham, you're thinking, boy, Iwobi might be able to do. I hope Iwobi don't turn up. I hope Smith Rowe don't turn up. Robertson, you know what I mean? You go to Brighton, you can list players. We've got one player that we rely on to hurt the opposition. We can't, bro. We can't, bro. Let me be real, bro. I think Tottenham have swapped places with Everton, bro. I think legitly, if we stick with this brother, we could be staring at 14th, 15th for the first time in a long time. That's what we're staring at, bro.
And it's funny you mentioned Kulusevski, yeah, because something come out last night about how Kulusevski's unhappy at Tottenham, and you know AC Milan are monitoring my man's situation, and he could be another player that we see leave in the summer. And this is my thing, yeah. Everyone wants to sit here and say, oh, you know, we've got players like Porro and the Doggy and all of Brennan Johnson, and these are good players and whatnot. We need to hang on, bro. You think these players aren't sitting there saying, you know what, bro, in 2-3 seasons, yeah, if an offer comes in from me from a better club, I'm gone. I'm gone. People need to understand, yeah, that our squad is bang average.
It deeps it. And you know what? You make a very good point. And the thing I wanted to say on that was that Danny Rose was laughed at when he said, why are we bringing in players that man has to Google? And the thing about football, bro, and you've played football, when you know you've got good players in your team, it hypes you. It makes you want to energy. I got to do my thing. When you're looking around and you're looking at and the team look dead, what are you going to do? What are you going to, like, there's no motivation. There's no hope there. And I'm looking at that Tottenham team and I'm like, Kulu will leave. Zlatan is at AC Milan. Yeah, Zlatan is at AC Milan and can guarantee Champions League football. Why the hell would Kulusevski, who does not support Spurs, why would he want to stay at our club? Why? There's no reason for him to stay. We're not doing nothing, bro. If Kulu leaves, we are in trouble, bro. Like, legit. What we have to do is get Mandem from Ipswich, Championship players, and hope that they turn good. But when I'm looking at Ipswich and I'm thinking, I'll take the lap. I'll take the lap as an option to Solanke, or I'll take Omari. Wouldn't you love to have Omari Hutchinson on the right wing at our club over Brennan? Crikey.
I'd love to have him at our club, bro. He's direct, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, Tottenham fans, I want to leave you lot with this, yeah? When we had Conte, the problem was that we were too defensive. We'd go 1-0 up, or we'd go 1-0 down, 2-0 down, and we shut up shop, defend the loss. It seems like now we've gone the complete other side of the spectrum, and it's burning. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, these players are burnt out, bro. These players are burnt out.
But it's his fault, though. Porro didn't need to. If Jed Spence was always there, because he's been our best player in the last few games, yeah? That means, what have you been looking at in training? Because they didn't have to be so burnt out as this. You could have spread the love.
Yeah.
To get me? Like, I just, bro, you're right, bro. Bro, he needs to, bro, prediction tomorrow. You're going to the game. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna go to the game. I'm gonna do a watch along instead and see what I won. But what's your prediction for the game tomorrow, my bro?
Bro, I'm going 3-1 Newcastle, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I have zero confidence that we even get a point from there. You get me? You look at their team, they're flying right now. You know what I'm saying? Their manager seems like he's found his 11. He's getting a tune out of Gordon. Isak's dangerous. Joe Linton, Murphy, Tonali, all of these players are dangerous, man. And I think the game is going to be lost in the midfield. If Kulusevski doesn't start down the middle, we're going to get overrun, because Maddison, we see at times when he's in the midfield, he gets lost within the game. You know what I'm saying? He kind of he gets lost in the moment of the game. When Kulusevski's there, it adds a bit more legs to the team. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle, man. I'm not very confident at all, man. What about you, bro?
Bro, Alfie's gone 7-0. Bro, I can see another lamp. I can see Newcastle. Because you got to remember that there's one team that in history that notoriously gets high goals against Spurs if they're on job, and it's Newcastle. If Newcastle turn up tomorrow, I think the most we score is 1 goal, but we could get lamped, bro. I can see Newcastle scoring 4 or 5. So I'm going to go with 5-0 Newcastle. We were that poor against Liverpool, bro. And what is Archie Gray going to do against Isak? That's all we got to say, bro. That's all we got to say. So that's it. But bro, what? Big up to you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's catch up after the game. Let's do a review after the game, bro, on your channel Let's catch up. Let's do something. Big up to you,
man.
my bro. People, my bro, Hotspur Cave, Jay in the building. He's streaming this year. Let's take this brother. He said he'd be happy with 1K, you know. Bunda. We're taking this brother 10K this year. That's right. 10K this year from my brother. Big up, Jay, in the building. Jay, big up to you. Good to see you again, bro. And we'll catch up tomorrow, yeah, my brother.
100%, my bro. Take it easy, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Love that. Thank you for coming
Blessings.
through. Big up to Jay in the building in the Lord. Yeah, bro, I got 5-0, bro. I'm not even joking. I've got 5-0. My team's rubbish. Let me answer a quick question before I bring in my Donny here. SG keeps coming in and out. SG, when you're ready, come true. Everyone, you know where the link is. So, not applicable says that. Deji, serious question. Hypothetically, if Spurs get relegated, then win the championship, are you celebrating, shaking your bum? Bro, let me tell you, if Tottenham get relegated, I can't celebrate one win. I will never celebrate. I will only celebrate when we're back in the Prem and we start winning again. But you won't see me stream. I won't be streaming their games anyway. I'll be streaming Fulham instead. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm shameless, bro. I'm not doing Tottenham v Huddersfield. Are you mad? I'm not doing that rubbish. Do you get what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing that. I've got too much self-respect for my club. I'd rather do grassroots football than do that. Preston away, bro. Nah. It's long. I don't even want to hear any of that crap. In fact, those sorts of games make me mad. I can't even lie to you. Makes me mad. So I ain't even doing any of that. But look, the fact that I'm on here, first stream back 2025, and I'm predicting a Newcastle 5-0, tells you where and how deep my club is in the mud. But big up to everyone in the location. Make sure you smash a like. Who is coming through next? SG was here, and you know SG is never happy. Arsenal keep winning, but this brother never happy. Yeah, bro, I'm not doing Luton away. None of them teams. Nah. Can you imagine that, bro? Unless these brothers are in the Prem. And the other thing is, how am I going to watch the games? Do you get me? I don't do EPL. Do you know what I mean? English Championship or whatever it is. Nah. On the Betfred and all them things there. Nah. Come on. So big up to everyone in record stream numbers coming through. Yeah, bro. Fingers crossed, bro. I can see Tottenham losing, bro. If Tottenham win, I will shake my bum. Why not? It's the first win of the new year. But at the moment, am I going to hold my breath? No. Phil P says he will follow Spurs down the league. It could happen in it. Bro, I will win it. At the end of the day, we can't help it. Our club is our club. I won't be happy and I won't celebrate. Bro, if we're in League 2 and we're beating Colchester, I'm not celebrating, bro. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'll take note. You know what I mean? I'll take note of the score. Like, I'll go on the Google. How did we do against Tamworth? How did we do against Shrewsbury? You get me? Doncaster. But I wouldn't be getting excited, bro. I can't lie to you. It's never going to happen. But big up to everyone in the location. SG is back. SG is back. Not applicable says I should do a battle rap with troops. Bro, you know what? This year, you never know. Hopefully, if these brothers will give man an opportunity, because, you know, I'm still a small fry in this game. Man is ill for it. Do you get what I'm saying? I am here for all of that entertainment. SG, Happy New Year, my bro. Bro,
Happy
SG.
Happy New Year, bro. Before I
bro,
talk,
you should be more happy, bro.
yeah, I'm happy for the win.
Every time we speak, you seem to be winning games.
Listen, I'm pro Arsenal, but I'm not a Arteta fan. That's the difference. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm happy for the win. But sometimes you have to analyze the game. For example, Odegaard was rubbish yet again.
Who was rubbish? Who?
Odegaard.
Oh yeah, I mean, this thing about Odegaard, can we just put that thing to bed, bro?
He's very overrated.
Fans take their bum for this brother. He's not the guy. He's not the guy, is he? Can we just put this thing to bed now that he's not the guy?
He's a decent player, but he's not a world class. He's not a world beater. He would never will be a world class player. That's an honest truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, reason why people are overhyping Odegaard because there are not any more world class creative midfielders, unfortunately, like he used to.
I hear you. So what are you hoping to see? The January transfer window is out. I'm seeing that you, man, have been linked with Cunha. I'm seeing that you, man. What is it that you are? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't follow your club. When from an outsider looking in, I think you, man, are fine. Do you get what I'm saying? I think okay, Arsenal don't really need to reinforce unless you're buying or you're bringing in a striker. But if you were to have reinforcements, are you saying you're wanting a number 10?
Number 10, a right winger, and a striker.
So you would bring in reinforcements in the 10, even though Odegaard is about?
Yeah, or my main priority of a position is a striker.
Yeah, 100%.
But
bro, can I ask you a question? Sorry, I just want to ask you.
No worries, man. No worries.
I'm big up to not applicable. He says that I was mentioned by troops in the stream, bro. If that is true, mate, then I've gone further than I ever thought I would imagine. I mean, I've got my brother Oregon Guna there out in the US, and that already got me perplexed already out there. So big up to everyone in the location. Bro, can I just ask? I said to Jay just now that one of the things I've noticed about Postecoglou is I feel like he's a bit sentimental. He should be making certain decisions, but because he either likes them or he don't like them, he ain't making them decisions. I do think that Odegaard I've been calling out Odegaard. Oregon Guna can confirm this from day dot that he's not the guy. Is it sentimental reasons why this brother is hyped up by the Arsenal fans, why he gets the game times, or is he truly legit? And are you now saying that you would like to see Arteta have more balls, drop that kind of brother, and bring in the players that are really going to take Arsenal to the next level?
It won't, because Odegaard is another player who's his favorite and he's his captain also. So he won't look great for his image to sub him off. So I've seen this many times. He won't get rid of his favorites, unfortunately, because I can actually count two midfielders actually want this club is Pedri and Musiala, as Del Oregon mentioned, my bola,
So you're saying you want Musiala as your replacement for Odegaard?
All day long, because if you actually see Musiala live, he's so technical, gifted in small boxes.
He's a bad man.
In small spaces. You can get the ball off him.
I mean, man, them are saying you should get Kudus. Some man, them are saying you should get McAllister.
Another one.
Yeah, go on. You know,
I
like Cunha. I think Cunha is a bad man at Wolves, to be honest. I think he will do bits at your club. The thing is, I did say this thing last season, and you've been saying it as well. I do think that you guys are just... Someone said Arsenal's a spicy Spurs, and I think what they meant by that, because I've been trying to work it out, is that you, man, you're very much like my club, but you just do better in the league. But really and truly, when it comes down to the business, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you, man, are waste men as well. I mean, Oregon's talking about you lot should be bringing in Pedri, you know, and Brahim Diaz, you know what I mean? Valverde. I mean, these brothers, I don't see... Yes. The thing is, you can name all these names. I just don't think Arsenal is about that life. You're not about that life, are you? And that's the point I'm trying to make. And that's the point that Jay was trying to make at Tottenham. We need to be bringing in real bad man if we want to progress up the table, not people that we don't know who they are. Is Arsenal going to bring in a Musiala? Why can't you bring him in? Why can't you bring in Valverde? If you lot are really serious, go and get Gokares. Go and get these brothers that we know for sure is going to take you, man, to the level that you're going to be. Why can't Arsenal do that, bro?
It's the mindset, because one Arsenal fan mentioned was spot on, was Kenny Ken, that Arsenal is labeled as a classic club because they cannot spend this money to actually bring in some of his players. That's the problem. As soon as labeled as a classic clubs, we want to get players in. Remember Luis Suarez, 40 million, £1.
Yeah. You couldn't do it. Yeah.
No, because we don't want to spend the piece here. But one point I actually want to mention here, difference between Tottenham and Arsenal is the trophy cabinets, but the mindset is identical.
I think so. I agree. I think SG, you couldn't have put it better. The difference between Arsenal and Spurs is literally the cabinet, but the mindset is the same. That's why I have beef with these brothers. Because really, when I'm talking to Oregon Guna and I'm chatting to to the Arsenal man, them North side, Lee Gunner, all these man, really, we're looking at ourselves.
No,
I'm seeing myself in the mirror like Michael Jackson. Do you get what I'm saying?
I wouldn't compare it to Oregon, Dale, Lee, Gunner, and Northside because they have a standards for this football club. They want to win major honors. If you want to target certain fans, you have to target Miguel, Gunner Souls, Roy talks shit, those kind of fans who shouting absolute rubbish. Yeah. Oh, who's better than Mikel Arteta? How long have you been watching football? There's some certain man named Don Carlo Ancelotti who's available next summer or this summer.
I mean, come on. I mean, that isn't even that's not even a debate, bro.
Yeah,
Ancelotti, all these brothers.
Can I mention one thing, bro?
The thing is, bro, on a level, I will say this, and this is the only positive thing I will say about Arsenal. I'm doing this for all the Arsenal man them in the chat. To everyone in the location, make sure you smash that like. Arsenal, you man are really not far off. When you look at Arteta, you have to give the brother credit. He got
no credit. He doesn't get no credit from me.
No, he got you to challenge him, bro. That in itself is a positive. I know you ain't won nothing, but it is a positive. Now, the last 2 seasons, we can see with our eyes that Arteta needed a striker. He needed mainly a striker for me. We needed cover for Martin. He needed a gunman on the left. You needed cover for Saka. Quite obvious things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I want to know is why don't you, man, do this? Why don't you do this? It's paining me. Why don't you do this?
Because we have no ambitious owners and board directors and the board members. Because we have too many businessmen and no footballing people in this board, unfortunately. Because the last person who actually wanted Arsenal to win was David Dean, unfortunately. Yeah, and he got kicked off of the Arsenal board.
Oh,
so there's the sad part.
You know, I try not to look at the comments about the board and the money and all of these things. But if you are legit and you are right about it, then it's something where I can see people losing. I can see clubs losing the fan base, bro. We're gonna have to start watching grassroots football, start watching the SE Dons, start watching the Beatties of this world, because this thing where we're just gonna take the rubbish that these owners are gonna give us, it's not gonna run anymore. I feel like a lot of people are fed up, and I'm expecting Tottenham to make big moves this season. If they don't make big moves, then boy, I can see the Spurs fan base going absolutely bonkers, bro.
Yeah, can you put the comment on Dell? That's actually spot on. Yeah, we are a PR club and a stepping stone club. Players move on bigger and better to actually win things. That sums up everything with Arsenal, unfortunately.
That is sad. If this day and age, when you're in the best league in the world with the most money in the league, for you to be a club that is a stepping stone is really a sad state of affairs. I'm just gonna check now, bro. Who you man have got Brighton this weekend? Yeah. Every week I ask you this, bro. What's gonna happen, bro?
For the first
these man beat you. These man inflicted your first defeat of the season.
Yeah, but this time I'm actually going to be positive. I think we're going to win this 3-1.
Yeah, even without your star boy.
Yeah, well, even though we look jammy, we somehow get a result or get a win. So will not be surprised, actually.
You know what? What a pleasure it must be for SG here to not be happy, but know that his team is going to get a win. Whereas me, bro, I am praying for one day for me to see my club win again. I can't remember the last time Spurs won a game, and I can't see Tottenham winning the game. I think I warned everybody already. On the 15th of January, I'm letting you lot know from now where I'm going to be. I'll be in Thailand. I'll be in Phuket. I'll be on a yoga retreat without Wi-Fi. So none of you brothers can come. No, bro. I don't want anyone contacting me, bro. I don't want anyone contacting me for the game. So I'm looking now to book my tickets to Phuket so no one chat to man. Yeah?
Yeah, can I mention one thing, bro? Can I mention one thing, yeah? Are going to Tottenham Hotspur fans actually protest against Danny Levy?
No, we had 50, I think, in the Liverpool game just before the game. The truth is, bro, the fan base, then they're just
They're clappers.
they're not fighters. You know, that's one thing I have to say, yeah, that the Americans, when they're vexed about something, they fight. You know what I mean? Like most countries, the French as well, like they fight, man.
In South
But we, the
America,
British, we're just too passive, man.
bro,
We are
I've seen
passive.
Brazil.
We would rather cuss online than
Yeah.
cuss with our feet. How does that make sense? Like,
It's
we
English
need to
football.
not go to these games and show these brothers that we're serious about our club, but we're not about that life, bro. So it's
Yeah.
sad, bro. It's really sad.
Just look, for example, in Brazil. I think it was a Brazilian club named Santos. I think for the first time in over 100 years they got relegated. You know what the supporters did? They actually
Yeah.
burned down the players' cars.
Bro, straight.
You see
I
the
mean, I'm
difference?
not condoning burning down, but you
No,
know,
no, no.
Ola Aina at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I watched a podcast that this brother was on, and he talked about when he was playing at Torino, how the ultras caught their bus in the car park after they just
Yeah.
lost the game, and when you're not going nowhere, had them there for 3-4 hours as they all spoke to them one by one and told them to fix up, look sharp. Where's that? These brothers, after a game, and I'm not saying that these guys can't have their own personal life, but these brothers were at the darts. Yeah, they were not bothered that they lost. If we lose, it's hurting us for 4 or 5 days. These men lose and they just brush it off. And I'm not saying they should take the L with them and they should be traumatized by the L, but we need to see that you give a damn. Do you get me? If not, it's just a job. When you're in the job center and you speak to that person, do they care about your life? You want the people that care, not the ones that don't care. But big up to SG in the building. Thank you, my bro. He's expecting a win on the weekend.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, bro.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Like subscribe, but Deji, you need to have a merch. Domination, the location. You need to have a merch for that.
No, 100%. This year, 2025, I actually said, no, thank you for reminding me, SG. I'm going to get some merch. I've got Shaking Bums coming out.
No, of course. No, not that. No.
Yeah. Pause. Sorry about that. But yeah, but some people like Shaking Bums. I've got Domination in the location.
For the Diddy show, bro. I'm not part of the Diddy, bro. No Diddy.
No,
Diddy, man.
Nah, all good, bro. But yes, couple of t-shirts coming through that I will share, bro. Now, big up to you. Big up to SG in the building. Thank you again, my bro. And we'll catch up next week, Friday, my bro. SG there. You know what? What a pleasure it must be for him to be vexed about winning. Do you get what I'm saying? He's vexed about winning. Well, here's me. I'm just hoping for a win. Big up to my brother Sean. You know, Sean says, "Take care, Dave. Don't let these bastard awards get you down." Nah, bro, I'm not down, bro. I am upbeat. I'm looking to be surprised. Do you get what I'm saying? I am looking for my club to be surprised. And then Red Skull says, Deji, be honest, which game is Spurs gonna win in Jan? Bro, I don't expect them to win any game this January, and I don't expect Postecoglou to still be in a job. This guy coming up with excuse after excuse. People, come true. It's New Year's special. Let's talk about Liverpool. Let's talk about Maresca. It's not just my club. Do you get me? I want to hear about these other clubs as well. I want to hear. I mean, as for United, I think I'm going to have to do a show called Mud and Mudder. Do you get me? Who is that? I mean, all those guys shaking their bum for Amarin. Oh, now they're all quiet now. Where are you? Piccadilly? Where are all of you? Talk to me. Do you get what I'm saying? But big up to everyone in the location. Smash that like. Who's coming through? We've had SG so far. We've had my bro Jay. Have we got the link? Omar, you coming through? Oregon, come through, man. Red Skull, come through. Afro, come through. I've not met any of you brothers. Hey, Man United, Saeed is stressed. I don't know why he's stressed. I told this brother before the season started that his team was dusted. The man looked at me like he was shocked what I was saying. He looked at me like I was surprised. I done told him. And then I told these brothers again, yeah, bro, not gonna lie, not applicable. Hop on, bro. Of course you're allowed to hop on. The link is in the chat. Let me put the link back in there. Yeah, man, come through, man. This is what it's about. I want us to have a conversation in the location. Do you get me? Saeed, what I can't understand about these brothers, and you can tell Saeed has said this, is what were they smoking the Budgie Banton? Could he not see the team? That team is rubbish. I said that team is frumpy FC. The only thing that's pissing me off about this whole thing is that Tottenham has been just as dusty as this team. Really and truly, I wanted to cook these brothers. Cook them. I said if anyone wants to go back and check at the beginning of the season, I said there's 2 dusty teams in this division. Yeah, West Ham and Manchester Piccadilly. I named it at the beginning of the season, and true to word, them 2 have become dusty. What I didn't foresee or fathom was my club acting dusty as well. Do you get what I'm saying? That one I could never foresee. Come true. Not applicable. Come through, man. You're allowed to come on. Let's go. Let's have a chat. But Saeed knows, man. His team's there. Don't give them time, man. Don't give them any time. Yes, my bro. You need to connect your mic. Not applicable. It's not your. Oh, right. Okay. I think it's connected now. Yes, my bro. What are you telling me?
Oh, shit. Big up. Big
Big
fan.
up,
Expecting to hop on. Is the audio good?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. I keep forgetting it's the 3rd.
Yeah.
No, I support Liverpool.
Yeah.
6-3, 6-3. That was a good one. I don't even hate Tottenham, but George, low-key, George has got me like almost hating your team. But no.
Why?
Arsenal,
What did George say?
He's got mad chest. Like he was saying there's gonna beat Liverpool like 4-3. I was like, bro, are you serious? Those 3 goals they got, they shouldn't have even had those. Those were gifts.
The only thing I will say, bro, and I knew we were getting lamped by you, man. I mean, I put a tenner that Liverpool would score 7. The only reason why I felt you were going to win is you had your strongest team. We are obviously depleted. Let's just be real. I would have liked to have seen bygones be bygones. I would have liked to have seen our strongest team against your strongest. I did feel though that there was a lot of frailty, like to concede 3 goals to my team. That is very rubbish. Let's be real. Very crap attack. Made me worry for you, man, a bit. Like on another day, you were playing Tottenham proper. It could have been long for you.
I was vexed, but at the same time, I understood why. Like it was 5-1, but the problem is we had I think we had Kwanzaa, and I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see this guy get on the pitch, I want to turn the TV off. Because I think Gomez got injured that game. I swear, when Gomez got injured, I thought you guys were gonna win. Yeah. Even before the game, I was a bit nervous, only because you guys are a weird team where you just randomly beat people. It makes no sense.
And I think that's what Postecoglou, if I am going to say something positive about him, that's probably the positive he's brought. Whereas Tottenham can be in the mud, Tottenham can have their back line completely gone, including their goalkeeper, and Liverpool fans still think, this team is still capable of pulling out a dusty surprise and batting us up. And I think
what's the mad thing? Yeah, it's not even an Ange thing. It's a Tottenham thing because Pochettino had this exact same thing. Because I remember in the Champions League, they beat City. Like I think it was I don't remember how. I think it was a comeback or something. Then there was the Ajax thing. There's something in your team's DNA where you randomly beat teams you shouldn't be beating. The only time that Champions League final, that was for a little bit, like 5 minutes in the game. I was like, low key, I'm scared you guys are gonna win it. And then I was like, nah, it's a final. Because any other context, I'm like, you guys could beat someone.
That Sissoko handball still burns me today. That Sissoko, that handball doesn't get given today.
Maybe. You guys were going to lose that game either way.
I have to roll back the years.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest, there were a lot of bad decisions on there.
It was a poor decision that ruined the final in my regard. Yeah.
The final was dead, I'm not going to lie. That was one of the worst finals ever. Yeah. But even then, I didn't think I was going to win that. Harry Kane had a stinker that game. Stinker. He was. I remember even the commentators were like, "Why is this guy on the pitch?"
Yeah.
But
It made sense though. Like Harry Kane, best striker in world football. Even Harry Kane at 20%, 30%. And I know a lot of Tottenham fans are not going to like what I'm about to say. But if you remember Lucas Moura, any touch, this brother falls down. I know he scored what he did at Ajax. But he had a great game. He's a weird player. He's either hot or he's cold. Kane.
It was literally like Origi with us. He's your Origi or Wijnaldum. We literally had the same thing with Origi. This guy was like not that good of a player, but randomly in big games, he'll get a goal or two. Makes no sense.
He's crazy. He is like Origi. Bro, not applicable. So I'm speaking to a lot of Liverpool fans. Obviously, we know the narrative. You guys are pleasantly surprised with Slot. You're happy with how things are. I need to hear from you because I actually think the Premier League has been disgraceful this season.
I agree.
I think this is the worst Prem I've ever seen in my life. The fact that we're letting the likes of Centre Parks be in the top 4 is a disgrace to everyone below you guys.
No, I agree.
Is the seat?
Nottingham scored like 20-something goals. They've scored like 25 goals. That's it. You guys have double the goals they have. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's the mid-table teams are gone better, but the Prem right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's cheeks. It's cheeks.
It really is, bro. I don't think the mid-table teams have got better. I feel like for whatever everyone's just off. And I think like maybe we just didn't do the so-called big six, didn't do the right business. They thought they were bringing in ballers. Like United genuinely thought they were bringing in Casemiro of 10 years ago. You're not. You're bringing in a frumpy Casemiro that is finished. This guy needs to go to Fluminense or Palmeiras in Brazil because he's done out here. And when you bring in all these, and you were bringing in a Varane when he's finished his career. Those are the.
I thought that too. That guy retired after 2 years. I don't get why they keep buying like these old washed guys.
Why they were shocked? You know what? You brought back Johnny Evans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, guys.
The Casemiro one was so fucking outrageous to me because you could tell the guy was washed. Because why they got rid of him, but also you think that a 30-something-year-old Casemiro is going to get you to a title race. And I was thinking about earlier. That year they said they were in the title race.
Yeah.
When we beat them 7-0, I was so vexed because I was looking back that season. They were like 20 points behind. And people were like, they're in a fucking title race.
Bro,
I hate that team so much.
People give people stuff they haven't earned. That's why I always hold tight about saying
it's good marketing. PR and marketing.
Arsenal, Man City for the title this season. I said, who? How? On based on what? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that these brothers.
The fact people think Arsenal's going to win the Prem to me is a joke.
It's a mad. So, bro, that was the question I wanted to ask you right now. Look. Liverpool fans, I don't like. For me, I like fans with a little bit of chest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like legitly, bro. Is there any danger? Is the question. You know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna leave it as that. Are you nervous? Is there any danger? Like legit.
I'm not worried about Arsenal because in any situation, in my opinion, they'll find a way to bottle it. Like for example, we drew 2 games in a row, and not gonna lie, I was mad. I was thinking, are we bottling this? And then they didn't even capitalize. And then you see Chelsea, where I knew they were not in title race. I knew they weren't even good. I watched their games. They haven't won in like 3. So to me, it's not the other teams that I'm worried about because I think all of them are really bad. If you really look at it, people hype up. They'll hype up this team, but if you actually watch the game, it's the most sweaty wins. So the thing is injuries, but also.
But you got a squad that can cope with injuries, though. For real, let's be real.
It depends who, because literally for Salah, we don't have another right winger. We have Chiesa, but I think we're literally selling him already. But I don't worry about Salah getting injured. Like I don't know if you've seen that guy. He's hench. The other one is Virgil, because right now we have no center backs. We have Kwanzaa, and I think we have to play. We can't even play a back three.
What happened to Gomez?
He got injured, hamstring.
Okay, fair.
Like last game.
Was that in the Tottenham game? Oh.
Yeah. I think it was like 5th goal. Yeah. He got injured. He got injured. Kwanzaa came in, I think, and then you guys got those 2 fucking goals. Yeah,
Adele,
so
I
centre
see you,
back.
bro. We'll bring you in about 2 minutes, but go on, bro.
Oh yeah. I can wrap up soon. The other annoying thing is the contract thing, because so Real Madrid, I saw you're like they're offering money for Trent, and I think the club might
He's-
have. I don't think they'll
he's-
sell him, but at the same time, if they
he's
don't
gotta
sell
go.
him, he just leaves on a free.
So can I? So quickly, and I'm glad you brought this up. I do think I read a comment or an article where people talked about how football fans are too. The word is like it's not quite privileged, but they're entitled. That was the word.
Entitled, yeah.
Look, the brother's done what he needs to do at your club, bro. He won the league. He's won the
Bro, I
championship.
want him to leave. I want him to leave.
Let the brother go. Why can't he go? I mean, if you're a footballer, you want to play at Madrid, or Barca at least for a season.
You know what's the funny?
Why do you want him to stay in Liverpool? Why?
I don't. That's
He's
the funny
not
thing.
Gerrard.
The funny thing, yeah, and people would like putting him like he'll never be, bro. He's a right back. Let's not do that. But also, I do want him to leave because the contract thing is annoying, in my opinion. But also, I think right now he's at the most overrated season of his career because they think. So I watch a lot of Madrid games, and they hate Vasquez because he can't defend. And I'm not gonna lie, if you think you're getting Trent and your defense is gonna get better, you're out of your fucking mind. There was
Really
you know that Fulham game. You know that Fulham game.
Yeah.
No, but their defense is cheeks. Like if you attack Vasquez, you're getting goals. The thing with me is so funny because I swear when he gets there, they're gonna have the same thing with Vasquez. Like the crossing and shit's good, but you have Mbappe, Jude, and all these guys. Trent is not. It's a Galacticos thing, in my opinion, and I'm fine with him leaving because Connor Bradley's been really good. And for me right now, I just want defense.
Yeah,
we have people who can do the cross and shit, and like I would want him to stay, but I just want a good defense because I'm tired of fucking 4-3 nils and like being nervous at like 2-0 up. Yeah, I'm not Tottenham. I can't do this. I don't want high blood pressure. Yeah, no, just give me a good 3-0 and we keep it pushed. Even a 1-0.
And like you said, you've already got players who can do the job. Do you go?
And it's a right back. Like it's not the end of the world. He's right back. Let's not forget he's right back. Yeah, and also, I think we're gonna replace our fullbacks anyways. Like we're definitely getting rid of Andy Robertson. He'll be in Saudi or the Chinese league, very soon.
Yeah. Bro, well, big up to you.
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing me.
Thank you for coming through, my bro. Really appreciate the conversation.
Also, I hope you guys win tomorrow, just so the Newcastle guys just lose a bit of chest. They're talking too much.
Yeah, Newcastle chatting. I've got a show with Tune Tactics right after this, and bro, I'm not holding my breath. The thing with me is I have high standards for my club. I love my club, and usually I'm as bad as George, if not worse.
No. You're more realistic. George just says like the craziest.
Yeah, bro. Like I could see once I realized that Postecoglou's a madman. I've just switched off. Like I can't, and I've been right. I was surprised that we beat Southampton. If I'm being
George defending Ange is literally like the Man United people with Ten Hag. It's the exact same situation. I don't get it.
I don't get it. It don't make no sense to me, and it's not good. It's not a good look, bro. I can't even lie to you. It's not a good look.
It's bad.
But bro, every Friday I try and do this show. Please come back. Let's chat next Friday.
I'm almost watching. I'll be there tomorrow. But no. Thanks for having me on. Good to speak.
No, thank you, man.
Big ups to chat.
Big up to you, my bro. Wicked. So that's not applicable in the building. Great conversation. Just a chilled brother, you know. Very chilled. He knows that his club's got this. I kind of like that. Do you know what I mean? And the truth is, the league is rubbish. And he's giving Trent his blessing. Let Trent go. Why not? Trent is, what more does Liverpool fans want from this brother? He's done what he's needed to do. He's won a trophy. All the accusations, do you get me, that people would put on Kane, this brother's already done. But I've got my bro, Abdel. I hope I said that right. How are you,
Yeah,
bro?
you got it. Big up, man. Big up. Happy New Year to you too, man. How's it going?
Bro. On a personal level, I'm all right. I've just been chilling. I've been resting.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
But the football from my team is rubbish, bro. I can't even lie to you.
Man, it's a full-time job being a Spurs fan.
Bro, it's crazy. Are you a Tottenham fan?
No. I'm a Liverpool fan. Also, like the guy before me.
Isn't it? Look at this brother. He's just relaxed. He's just laughing, cackling. You know, yeah. I would like to one day cackle and just be laughing. You know, just go on someone's live. You know, yeah, what are you saying? I'm in Liverpool. I'm a Tottenham. It's light work, bro. Let's pick up from the conversation that I was just having with Not Applicable about the Trent thing. Are you giving him your blessing?
Like, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. You're happy with him? He's done his job.
He's been with us for 8 years, bro. He delivered consistently for us. He breaking Guinness World Records of assists. He played amazingly. Like, no player is gonna stay in one club forever. Come on, 8 years is more than enough for you to stay in one football club. He wants to go to Madrid. He wants to do his thing over there. Let him do it. It's fine. Yeah,
for real. And you've got Conor Bradley.
Yeah, we got Conor Bradley coming up.
The one thing I have to rate Liverpool for, and I just don't know where Tottenham's head is. I just don't get it. Like, a lot of these brothers need to just get out. I will happily do the job for free. Like, Liverpool is if that's how a club should be run. Let me explain why.
Okay, go ahead.
You not go on about FSG, and I just think you man are just entitled brothers. You man go out, you don't do. Apart from Van Dijk and Alisson that year, where you spent heavy, you don't really spend heavy. You're quite screwed in your business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that part. Yeah, I like that part. Like the smart signing, not just the fancy name signing. Yeah.
And that's what I'm asking for my team. You don't, let's be real. No one was shaking their bum for McAllister.
Actually, after the World Cup, they kind of were. After the World Cup, they kind of were. Yeah.
But not like this, you know. I'm not like you still went and got Endo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who's Endo? Like, even
Diaz, nobody
knew
about Endo before we got him. Yeah.
Tottenham was about to get Diaz. We didn't want to pay. You lot went and got him. It came out of nowhere. Maybe Nunes was the next big thing because of what he was doing at Benfica.
Yeah.
But what I like about you, man, is that you man are shrewd. More often than not, what you bring in works. And then the young guns that you bring in, I'm looking at RB Elliott, who I think is a bad man. The other brother, the other English brother, the one that
Jones?
was in for a while. Yeah,
Jones?
Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. These are ballers, bro.
Yeah.
Arsenal wish they had youngsters like this in their midfield. And then you got Conor Bradley. Bro,
Conor Bradley, yeah.
So my question to you now, because obviously there's a lot of chess, and I can see that you're very relaxed. You know, you're doing the whole Fat Joe lean back, and I like it. It's a good style. Is this it? Are you back now to domination in the location? Are you now taking over? Because I think Plymouth is done, bro. I think
City?
it was end of the road for them. City are done. So forget them. Let's not chat about
I won't say anything about City now.
Huh?
Well, the thing is, for me, the issue I have with FSG is once we get into the mountaintop, they don't know how to stay up there. That's been my thing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how to climb up and make it to the top.
Yeah.
Now, once you make it to the top, that's when you do bad boy signings. That's when you get the purest footballers to come to your football club to take you to that next level. We haven't figured that part out yet. And to be honest with you,
but who though? But let's be real. When you're saying that, give me an example of who you're thinking. All right, if you guys are legit, and you're not talking Mbappe, are you? Are you talking Mbappe?
No.
The Vinicius Juniors?
You know, Mbappe. We were linked with him at 1920.
Okay.
Before he went to PSG, like, it was actually a thing. Us and Mbappe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, PSG, they threw a lot of money at him, and he couldn't say no to that. You know, that one, I can't really blame the club on that. But I'm not saying Mbappe level, but right now, like the Zubomendi thing, if that got done, I was like, okay, now we're really cooking something here. You know what I'm saying? Or like the Caicedo deal last season, if that got done, I'll be like, yeah, now we're cooking something here. You know what I'm saying?
you bring in a Zubomendi. The only other place. So one of my biggest complaints about Tottenham is that we don't bring in. We never brought in the successors early. Yeah. We had Kane. We knew Kane was going to go. I'm saying we should have brought in Solanke the season before Kane left. To slowly embed him into the team.
Okay.
I'm looking at, bro, Salah for me is like how Kane was for Spurs. I actually think
100%.
Salah, he's 50% of your club.
Yeah.
He's 50% of your starting 11. I legitimately think if Salah's not there, maybe
we're not talking about title race. We're not talking about
you're
title
not.
race.
You're not. He's a Galactico, as someone put it in the chat.
He's a superstar.
We don't need. Well, non-applicable says we don't need Galacticos, but really and truly, Salah's a Galactico, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He's gonna go, bro.
Yeah,
he's
eventually.
You know, there's contract talks now.
Yeah, it's getting a little scary, to be honest with you, because right now they say they haven't signed a contract to him yet, and that to me is very frustrating.
I'll be real. I don't know why Liverpool fans are trying to do this kind of Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. He's gone at the end of the season, bro.
That's what I feel like.
That's why I feel like it. To win now. Yeah, he wants to win.
He's actually telling us he's leaving, bro, and nobody wants to listen. He's actually telling us he's leaving.
He's got. Last season he wanted to go Saudi.
I don't think he wanted to go Saudi. I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Because Saudi is more like a retirement area. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants to still play like in PSG or something like that.
The numbers they're offering Salah is ridiculous. The same numbers they're offering Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think even more.
Yeah,
I think even more.
I see Salah going straight to Saudi. It's easy, it's light work. But what he's gonna do, and let me tell you why he goes Saudi. If he wins the league, nobody can cuss him. No Liverpool fan can say, you went for the money, or blah, blah, blah. Because Salah turns around and says, I gave you another title before I left.
Yeah. Yeah, in like 8 years, give you 2 titles. That's more than anybody did in the recent time.
And we did this with Pep.
Yeah, with Pep there.
Doing what they were doing.
And they came close twice after that too. So he could have won like 4 titles with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did my job. That, bro, and I'm glad you said that's why I rate Liverpool. I've got no beef with Liverpool. That season, you won the Carabao FA Cup, Champions League final, lost the league by 1 point to City. I think it's your greatest season so far. People always hype the cups, but I just think that is so impressive. You literally got to 4 finals that year. That is a real team.
And we played every single game from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. I don't think any team has ever done that.
No one has. And that's why I'm not buying from Postecoglou that the man them are tired. Are you mad? Are you
No, they were tired. They were tired. Trust me, that Champions League final, they were out of it. Like they were putting in steroids, bro. They were drinking a lot of energy drinks, bro. Hitting up the Red Bulls.
But you showed us that it's possible to get to a Carabao Cup final in the same year as getting to an FA Cup final, in the same year getting to a Champions League final, and to chase down one of the greatest teams in Premier League's history and lose the league to them by 1 point.
And they almost bottled it in the last game. Yeah.
You man are legit. I right now I'm gonna declare it. I haven't declared it on any stream. But I'm gonna declare it right now. I think Liverpool dominate.
I don't think we dominate.
I think we dominate for the next 4 or 5 years.
I think City's gonna come back strong next season.
No, they're dead, bro. They're dead, man. They're dead. Forget City.
Unless the charges hit, I hear you out. Unless the charges hit, because they're gonna do business, bro. They're gonna do business, bro.
City are done at it, bro. Pep, you know, there comes to a time, and I think it happened on the clock with you, man. The 8-year cycle, the 7-year cycle, where they say, under 7 years, Klopp just loses it. You know, Pep has never been at a club this long.
Yeah.
No,
he's losing it now.
So this guarantee that Pep is going to be back is based on what?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but
that's not what I'm saying.
Why do you think Man City are coming back? Not with Pep.
Not with Pep, but like this is what they're gonna do. Next season, they're gonna try to rebuild their team. They're trying to let go all of the dead wood, like the Bernardos, the De Bruynes, like the Grealishes, all those, and Ederson. They're gonna get rid of all of those players, and their scouting is very good. And I know you praised us by buying good players for a reasonable price. They do the exact same thing.
No, for real, they do.
And they got unlimited funding. Bro, like right now they got Ruben Diaz, they got Ederson, they got who else they got? Well, Grealish was the fancy signing. Grealish, I don't really count them.
Okay.
But like a lot of their players, they didn't spend a lot of money on them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Well, actually, when I look at that Man City team, and a lot of people are going to think that I've been on the budgie banting on an empty stomach. It's all right. It's not wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're not. When they had Kevin De Bruyne, when they had Aguero, when they had David Silva,
that was a bad man team. That was a bad man team.
These men are Galacticos. This City team is not a Galactico team.
The current one, no. The one right now, they have Rodri and Haaland. Those are the bad men in the team right now.
That's it.
Everybody else is regular. Yeah.
And bro, one thing I've realized, the one thing this season has shown us, a big up to everyone in the location. The one thing this season has shown us is that if you've got bang average players
with the right structure, you can win.
You get bang average results, bro. That's why I'm looking at my team, Tottenham, and I'm like, yeah, Bournemouth is better than us.
But the thing is, with Tottenham, I'll tell you this, Deji. I actually like your manager. I like his personality. I like his character. Like the man, when he speaks, people listen.
Yeah,
that's a good thing to have in a manager. You know what I'm saying?
But he's a madman, don't you think?
That's good. The best managers are madmen. He just needs to get backed.
I went to go and watch that game against Liverpool live, bro.
Oh yeah, that was a horror show.
Like, but we could have predicted that before the game started. Like that poor Archie Gray, he's having hot sweats now. Every night he's waking up in the middle. Oh, Salah, oh, Diaz. He's just waking up, just seeing goals going in. Because we knew he was gonna get ripped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why you talk about? He talks about the young talent, you know, bleeding them in slowly, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's another way to bring in a young talent. That's another way to bring him.
You've destroyed that boy's confidence in one game.
But like the thing is, because like I said, he needs to get back because a kind of manager that plays his style, he needs natural athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He needs guys who can run because they're going to be tracking back a lot with the attacking style of football. He's actually, Postecoglou's not that different from Klopp, to be honest with you. And Klopp proved to us that this style of football can win you a title.
It can, but he has
competed for the title multiple times.
I think,
you need the players, you need the athletes.
Yeah, because what's happening with Tottenham, and he's admitted to it today, is that we're getting injured by it.
Yeah, you will get injuries. That's 100% guaranteed. Because, you need a big squad to do this.
But what my issue is, when you're playing against Mo Salah, arguably the best winger,
best player in the world right now,
in the world, but also probably in Prem history. I mean, he's up there for me. Mo Salah's up there with Thierry Henry. It's just long. When you see Salah on the pitch,
we got to get ready, bro. If we win the league, bro, we got to be ready with this, bro. We got to be ready. We got to be ready so we can cook Arsenal fans.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. What are you gonna do? And then what you do is you send our left back, because I've got Eugene coming on now, Spurs fan, who will confirm this. But you send our left back to
all the way high to the pitch. Yeah.
And then now we lose the ball. Because that works if you score.
Yeah.
You lose the ball, and now you doggies got to try and chase Salah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, you got to do a full sprint to catch up with him. Yeah. But like, I do agree with you. He's not tactically flexible like my manager. My manager, he puts up a different lineup for every team. That lineup was tailor-made just for you. We don't play like that in every game.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the most attacking I have seen Liverpool all season. Was in that one game.
Well, because our manager says it's more about entertainment. And for a Liverpool fan, you enjoyed every minute of that.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Half the stadium left at 5-1. The bit that was full was the Liverpool fans. It was. I think for me, I've been going to watch Spurs for God knows 20 years. No, I don't have a season ticket. I get the odd ticket here and there.
And I think our players took that game as personally. I'm not gonna lie, I think they took that personally.
That game has to go down as the worst game. And the killer of killers is that I took my son to that game.
Oh no!
That was his first live match.
Imagine
when you ask him, what was your first game at the Tottenham Stadium? he will be like, oh yeah, remember that game?
Why
when Tottenham-
couldn't you bring him when you played against like Southampton or something like that, bro? Come on, man. Nah.
He got cooked.
Please don't
there,
tell me he's a Spurs fan. Please don't tell me he's a
Bro.
Spurs fan.
Bro, let me tell you right now. If you're not a Spurs fan, then you're not sleeping in the yard. They're gonna have to arrest me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Why couldn't you bring him against a smaller team, bro? Why do you have to bring him against Liverpool? Out of all the top 6 sides, you bring him against Liverpool.
Bro,
You could have bring him into that Man City game when you smashed them 4-0. You could have taken him to that.
bro. Because you don't think you're gonna smash City 4-0, you know what I'm saying? But even the Wolves game, I would have gone bonkers, bro.
You should have taken it that
I
way.
know a couple of my friends who went to that Wolves game and they left vexed. And Jay's
Mm.
going to go and watch Newcastle put 5 against us tomorrow. It's a disgrace, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Newcastle are in some crazy form, bro. That
Bro,
Isaac
I
is
rated them from the start.
cooking, bro.
Bro, I
Yo.
rated them from the start, bro.
And I gotta
So-
lie to you, low key, they could have smashed United 5-0 at their own ground.
Bro,
They showed them mercy, bro.
I'm
They
doing
showed
a
them
watch
mercy.
along. I'm doing a watch along. I don't know what for, if I'm being brutally honest. I don't know what I'm watching because we're about to get smashed. But bro,
Yeah.
it's so good to finally meet you because I've seen you.
It was good to see you.
And let's catch up next week, hopefully.
I got you,
You guys, basically, let me be real with you right now. I need you lot to win.
I need me to win too.
I need you lot to win the league. We cannot let Arsenal win the league, bro.
Oh no, 100% no. They're gonna let us have it, bro. They're gonna call us bottlers.
If you guys bottle this,
even though, like, in my opinion, because like this is Slot's first season, even if we don't win it, I think it's a good season.
Bro,
but like, you know the agenda is gonna come.
Bro, if you don't win it means
Mm.
Arsenal wins it.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Chelsea was in it, but then Chelsea in that game they proved that they're not in it, bro. But like, yeah, Chelsea's not in it. Just us and Arsenal. Though we're going head to head with this thing, bro. But
but bro, big up to you. Nice to meet you, my bro.
Nice to meet you too. It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Big up.
You're welcome.
That's my bro, you know, Abdel in the building, you know, great Liverpool fan. Last one, my bro, you know, Eugene in the building. Eugene, just before we come in, my bro, I just want to see the comments. We said we knew you were batting you when I saw the Squid. Yeah, bro, the Squid Game thing, I saw it at the Tottenham Stadium. I knew we weren't a serious club. Eugene, my brother, Happy New Year, my bro.
Happy New Year, Dad.
I think I've missed you, bro, because I'm not gonna lie. The holidays was kind of tough for me. I can't even lie. You ain't seen me, bro, for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I am an emotional brother, as you can tell, and I couldn't bring myself to doing anything under the performances. What I'm saying, and I've become even more disillusioned. The more I hear this brother speak, the more pissed I get. And I'm not that guy. I liked Postecoglou. But bro, even now, I'm seeing the likes of Asthmatic and Jay. They're starting to turn their back on this brother, bro. So Eugene, I need to hear from you how you're feeling at the moment, and then what has, because bro, something has to happen now. Like, I'm not putting up with this crap any longer, bro. Like, legit, I'm not taking this crap. What needs to happen right now?
It's tough. I've been going on. I went on Sean's, was debating with Salva and everybody. Look, and I saw you last night on George's joint. And I am like, I feel like you're contradicting yourself a bit.
Okay.
And let me explain why. Right?
Cool.
Because you and I agree on the macro level. We don't care about no league cups. We want to see our team compete. And that's, I had this big argument on a different stream where people were saying, well, I'd rather win a cup than compete and lose. I'm like, you know what?
No.
I don't care. I would rather be Arsenal right now than Man U, scumbag my way to a league cup and be 14th. Right. So that's where I'm coming from too. Right. Yeah. So looking at that, I would rather, as a club, aim high and fail than aim low and succeed. Now, with Ange, I agree. I thought when the club hired Ange, I was like, look, he's an unconventional manager, right? Obviously, he does things differently. Whether he succeeds or fails, nobody knows. But I was hoping that the club will, for once, will go all in and say, you know what, he's our choice. We're going a different route. We're going to back this guy, and we're going to live with the consequences. And if he fails after 2 years, he fails. I give every manager 2 years, right? So now we can obviously see the issues with Ange's tactics, the limitations. My biggest thing is the injuries. I mean, injuries are not an accident. Like, I'm having hamstring injuries every week just watching this team, right?
Of course.
However,
he's admitted to it as well.
Yeah, for sure. However, if asking for him to be sacked and getting a mid-table manager like Silva, McKenna, it doesn't matter. It's not a solution because, look, if you can pick Ancelotti, Pep, any manager you want, what's our ceiling as a club right now? 6th, 5th, right? That's our ceiling. So for me, I don't care if we're 6th or if we're 10th. To me, it doesn't matter. So my issue is I want to see a club be willing to take a risk and fail. If they sack Ange right now with our shambolic transfer window in the summer, and if they don't get anybody right now, it tells me, you know what? The club is doing to forget the tactics. We can all agree on the macro level, whether he's the guy or not. And I don't think he's the guy for the future, as you said. But I want to see a club fail, which sounds weird, by going all in on somebody.
So are you saying then? Forgive me, Eugene, because I want to hear.
Sorry, I'm laughing a bit.
Let's stick with Ange at the moment. Are you saying to stick with Ange?
I'm saying while we're in the cups right now, stick with Ange because we will not be able to get anybody good enough. Even in the summer, we cannot get our first, second, third choice.
Yeah. So
I don't want to see Ryan Mason.
So I want to know if me and you would agree on this particular aspect. I'm of the opinion that when we sacked Mourinho, it was the right thing to do.
I'm not. I disagree. Given if you need to win one game out of every manager in the world, he's the guy who can scumbag you a win.
Right. So can I explain why I was of the opinion that he needed to go? I was screaming for him to go because at that point, I saw that he had lost the dressing room, in my opinion, and the players looked low in terms of their morale. So in my head, I'm like, what are these guys? How is Mourinho going to G these guys up when they're so low? So a lot of people will use Mourinho and say, yeah, Mourinho is this guy. And, you know, he was in the final, he could have done this. But actually, we saw prior to Mourinho, prior to the final, we were rubbish under this brother. So there was no guarantee we would have achieved something. I guess the point I'm trying to make is I feel like that with Postecoglou right now. Like, we are taking L after L. So the risk that we are taking is literally like Russian roulette. You know, he might turn it around, maybe. Let's see. But what happens if he doesn't, bro? And he continues like this? This would be a disaster. That's what I'm trying to say. Bro, we're looking at 15th, 16th in the table.
I mean, yeah, it's shocking. I mean, going back to Jose, I would even take Jose, who lost a locker room, over Ryan Mason. I mean, for me, that was inexcusable. Now, I agree. I mean, we're not getting relegated. So, other than that, I mean, our form is shocking. The injuries are crazy. Just the way Ange, is unwilling to adapt. But again, right, for me, it's the bigger picture. Yeah. The club is going to sack him. The club is going to throw him under the bus like they've done to every other manager. They're going to hire a new manager, and we're going to see the same thing, again in 18 months. That's a different issue than actually Ange's tactics. I agree with you. Ange, I went from Ange in to Ange, I don't care. He's not the guy. Yeah. But for me, just it doesn't, unfortunately, I would be in a much better mental state if for me it was, you know what, if we hire the right manager, we're going to win. Like that's not going to happen, and that's why I'm so down right now. Because again, I want to see the club like if you look at Man U, right? They hired Ten Hag, they went all in, they gave him every transfer he wants, right? All the Ajax man, all of them. He didn't, even though he won them cups, for them it's not good enough. He failed. They sacked him, but at least Man U fans can say, you know what, Ten Hag didn't work out, but our club backed him all the way, and now they're gonna do the same to Amorim. They're gonna do the same until eventually they'll get it right.
And he can say that as well. He can say, "Well, I won 2 trophies there, so I don't know what their problem was."
Right. Yeah. So Man U eventually they're gonna keep doing it again, again, again. They're gonna get it right. Our club, we don't. We don't hire any players. We don't get the profiles that a manager needs. So yeah, sure. Let's sack Ange right now. Let's bring in McKenna. But what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like,
so
look, hold on. One last thing, Daj. Sorry, before you go. I'm tired of our fans saying that a manager needs to adapt to his players. Every team that's winning, Pep, Klopp, Arteta, Europe, manager does not adapt. Manager brings in players that fit him. Adapting, that's what the mid-table team managers do. So asking Ange to adapt, cool. We would win 2, 3, 4 more games. But I don't care about that. I want us to, and so that's why I'm like, I don't care at this point.
Eugene, I'm with you. I'm big up to you. I'm with you, and I see Dan as well. And Dan's gonna probably come in. I can see Dan's taking some notes furiously there because he's gonna probably pick up on it. I guess Eugene. My issue, and you probably heard me say this last night, so sorry to regurgitate this.
Yeah.
Look, everything you're saying is right, but I feel like Pochettino showed us it could be done. We're not perfect club, but my whole thing has been work with the tools that you have been given. Now, one of the reasons why I was impressed with Postecoglou last season was he took that same team that Conte couldn't get a tune out of, and he got us fifth, and he got them playing possession football. So I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on, you got Pape. How comes Pape so I was on the bench? Hello. What? You can do this with Cooley? Oh, what matters? Since then, I've just seen a regression. And I feel like any manager that's worth their weight are somehow able to just find a way to make it work somehow. Ariola's doing it at Bournemouth. Brighton are doing it. And for me, I would have taken this if we were in 6th or 7th. I'm struggling to accept this. If you know what I mean. Like I
agree with you.
Like,
no, you're right, man.
Is it really the club, or is it also this guy? Also, like he's put himself in a situation where it's easy. Yes, we know the club, but how is Bournemouth surviving then?
But what's the difference?
How is Bournemouth surviving then?
But Dad, what's the difference? The biggest difference between this year and last year? The biggest difference is we have to play on 4 competitions versus last year we had 1 game a week. And then our squad is so thin, we cannot rotate. So you see all the injuries, you see Porro riding on fumes, Udogi. That's not an excuse.
But he could have rotated though.
He could. Spence, that was the biggest mistake. Not including Spence in the Europa squad. Now people asking for Reguilon, I don't want to see him. He's done. But again, right? It's like I think playing 1 game a week that flattered us as a team. It made things easier. You saw with Newcastle, they made Champions League. They had to play all these games. They all got injured and they dropped off. And now people are like, oh, they want Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe, he's done exactly the same thing, right, as Ange. Like Newcastle is underachieving. So it's a combination of things. But again, like I'm so down on the club. I wish I could say hire McKenna or whoever, Terzic. I don't care who.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
going to be okay. Yeah. We won't. That's my issue, man. I just, I wish if we would have backed Ange in the summer, got him a left back, got him another attacker, at least a midfielder, because he did ask for Gallagher and for Eze. I don't need those 2 players specifically, but get him the profiles, right? Yeah. And that's another thing. We're giving him the profiles that do not suit his system. So the question is he so dumb that he doesn't know what fits his system, or is the director of football and him not on the same page? Like, what's going on? So I'm looking, Johnson doesn't fit him. Werner is crap. Like, Madison doesn't fit him. Where are the profiles that he needs? And if he doesn't get them, why?
My thing then is he should be speaking up. And people say, oh, that's naive. It's a big club for him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, it's naive and it's a big club. But ultimately, he's going to lose his job for that same reason. So you might as well speak up. I like it. You get what I'm saying? These same players that you should have just said, I didn't want these guys, are the same players that are going to kill you, mate. And you ain't going to... Because right now, Postecoglou, I don't know how this brother is able to survive. Because everywhere, he's getting cussed everywhere, bro. Like, if he goes on YouTube, he must see comments. He must see comments just online. He's getting ripped because of this.
Sure. He's going to be, I think, once we lose to Liverpool, he'll probably be sacked because our next games are tough. But then again, we're going to see Ryan Mason, and it's like, I'm just going to stop watching the game. It's fun. Like, I'm coming to London in April with my son and my old man just to see the game for the first time in person because I've never been to London. But what?
We are catching up, yeah? We are catching up. So
give me your info, man. I'll email you. But if I'm going to go to the Forest game in April and see Ryan Mason, I might just cancel my trip. I might just not show up. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to be in the pub.
I don't blame you. Don't show up. If Ryan Mason is in charge, I might have to fly kick him. I might have to get arrested. I swear, Dan, that guy is a madman. When he put Harry Winks to start the final against City, I knew he was a madman. I knew. Now, big up to you, Eugene.
Hey, is it cool if I asked Ash for your WhatsApp?
Yeah,
or
of course.
I can email you?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome, man. I will.
Yeah, please, man. And we need to link up. I was meant to meet up with Striker in the chat last week at the Liverpool game. I didn't meet up with him because I was pissed off, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. But as long as, definitely let's link up for sure. But look, let's do it again.
Big up to you
for your support. Big up to you, man. And Dan is in the building. Thank you, Eugene. Happy New Year.
Big up.
My last customer, Dan, in the building. Dan needs no introduction.
Big up, Reggie, mate.
Big up.
How are you?
Happy New Year, my good friend.
Happy New Year. Big up everyone in the chat.
Big up, Dan.
Can you hear me clearly?
We started speaking. You can see there's been a trajectory that has literally done this. Sinking like the Titanic, mate. You saw Eugene's face. He's done. He's done out here. He is done.
Big up, Eugene.
He's ready to cancel his ticket. Big up, Toki. You haven't seen me in a minute, mate, because I've been drinking on my sorrows for my club. Do you get me? Over that Christmas period, mate, I was fully pissed off with what I was seeing from my club. But look, we're here to hear from Dan right now. Dan, talk to us before we wrap up, mate.
Well, are Spurs fans ready for this month ahead? I don't know if they are, Deji. I really don't know if they're ready because it's going to get messy.
Yeah. I've semi-prepared myself to go to Thailand on a yoga retreat where you can't get access to Wi-Fi or nothing, mate. Because, mate, I know what's coming. The tidal wave it's locked. Bro, break it down for us. Because for me, and before, let's kick this off like this. You heard Eugene. And we do this a lot, Spurs fans. It's the same old story. It's never gonna change. Blah, 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 blah. Did you accept my argument that even if it's not great, you still got to, even with what he's got, he could have done better?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the question that I want to ask you to kick this off. And then can you just lead us into what January looks like?
Well, I saw you. I was watching that show you were on George's channel last night. I haven't finished it yet. Yeah. But, big up to you, man. Some really, really good points about, not accepting this. And things. Look, everybody likes to blame Levy. It's like they get out a jail card, yeah? And fair enough, Levy is the biggest issue. But I think what can be done now, the season's all to play for. Make a decision with this manager ASAP. and get a sensible manager in to manage us for the rest of the season, a tactician, somebody who can put players in the right positions, scrap that inverted fullback nonsense. Clearly doesn't work, and I'm not sure, this transfer window, it's a load of rubbish, isn't it? There's nothing.
Three players.
Huh?
Three players. We need 7.
Legit.
We need 7 players.
But I think it's a bit unrealistic to get 7. But if we had 3 top players coming in, that would help us, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is we're not linked to anyone. I'm so excited about this goalie coming in, Deji. Really, really excited. Yeah. I mean, I can't even. I have to switch Twitter off now. I have to turn it off. It's disgusting what's going on there. Yeah, rubbish. Yeah, people are doing shows, Deji, about these fake transfers.
Yeah,
fake. What's the point? We're not getting any of these players.
Yeah.
Once we get a legit link, fair enough. Yeah, come on and talk about it. But at the moment, it's just nothing.
Like we're not getting Cunha, which hurts me. We're not getting him. I've seen people say, "Oh, Spurs have been linked with Cunha." No, he's a good midfielder. But we don't need a Cunha. Do you get what I'm saying? We've already got Kuli and Madders in that position, so it's not realistic. So you're right. Why are we wasting time if people are not going to get?
Deji, this transfer window, I'm partly thinking that this board don't trust Ange anymore with any more players. Part of me thinks that. What about you?
Bro, this is what I was kind of trying to allude to yesterday. And I actually think Ange is a madman. I think he got these players in and it's not worked out because he said something, a couple of I always watch his pre-match games. I can't remember which one it was, and he was saying sometimes with transfers it's hit and miss, and I was like, what? Are you trying to backtrack here? Hit and miss with transfers. You should know with what we're at the top end. This ain't League 2. Do you know what I mean? This is not bloody non-league football. You should know when you bring in this person, this is what this person is going to add to the squad. Simple as that. There can't be no ifs, buts, or maybes. And I don't think they trust him either. And the reason why is because, I don't know. I agree, bro.
He doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Brendan Johnson is not the guy. He's not. I prefer. The thing is, you look at our old players and you think these were the players. He needed an Aaron Lennon. That's what he needed. Aaron Lennon would have been ripping up this Postecoglou line. He needed Son when he was Son. He needed a Kane. He needed a Dele Alli. He needed runners. But I don't know. I agree. They don't.
I don't think they're even keeping him in the loop, Deji. Did you hear his press conference today? He says, what did he say? He said something's imminent or not imminent.
Yeah, he said they're working on it. He said they're working on it or something.
Hard work, like that Wolves performance. A lot of hard work without any quality. The attacking play now is getting worse. The patterns of play are disappearing. They're blaming tiredness on that, but come on, they made subs in that second half. They could have pushed for the second, the third and fourth goal in that Wolves game. How could we drop points to a relegated threatened Wolves team? But nobody's saying nothing about it. No one's booing Postecoglou. Everybody's just happy with it, aren't they? Like we've
they are. I think the thing that really pains me the most then is that, when you first met me, I love our club. People call me delusional because legitimately at the time, when I was seeing the way that we were playing early in the season, I was like, we finished 5th. Because that's my thing. If you finish 5th, I'm expecting you to go one better, not to bring it back. So, but when I look at our squad now, I'm now telling people we're not better than Wolves. We are where we are for a reason. Our team,
the manager,
is not better than West Ham. We are not better than West Ham, bro.
The manager, Deji.
And Paqueta all day long.
Yeah, there is issues with the squad, but it's the manager is why we're in this position because he hasn't managed sensibly at all. He hasn't. He's made bad decision after bad decision, sticking to his system. He even said today he's not changing again.
Oh, then we're screwed.
He's got these injuries. Yeah, he's got this, we're missing some defenders. And he said, it's an issue with the injuries, but I'm not changing. He said it. So might as well.
Well, it should
going down, mate. Going down.
Yeah. Fall on your sword. We are, if not for Man United being so crap, we would have been below United. We are level on points with West Ham, and we are 4 points ahead of Crystal Palace, who picked up their first win against us. Their first win of this season was against us. That's how far we are falling from grace. Look, one thing I can tell you about Postecoglou is he's a gambler. And he is gambling with our club, bro. And the longer we leave it, the more we're going to be in the mud. The sooner we get rid, the sooner we can somehow get things back on. I hope that Tottenham are not stupid enough to put Ryan Mason in charge of Spurs.
No, I don't want that.
I don't want to see Ryan Mason. Like, really,
do
I do not want to see that, brother.
Nowhere near.
So I'm hoping Tottenham are lining up someone who can just get rid of Postecoglou. Also, there's something about just acknowledging that he's lost the plot, bro. I really think he's lost the players. Yeah. I think he's lost the players.
Yeah.
You got Kulusevski saying he needs to change it up. He needs to adapt. When players are telling you that you need to change it and you're not changing it, you've lost the dressing room.
Why isn't Maddison starting, Deji? Huh? Why isn't Maddison starting? What is going on there?
Because Maddison is not. So the killer is Postecoglou comes out like he's Mr. Calm, but I think he's super stressed. Madders is the midfield dynamics. You can't play Kulusevski and Madders at the same time. And Kuli has just been he's been better in that position than Madders. That's the problem. You can't have Madders in the midfield. He can't run. He can't tackle. So you either go with Madders or you go with Kuli. And that's why sometimes he goes with Kuli on the right. Yeah. But Kuli on the right doesn't work. And it's your bloody fault because you bought Brennan Johnson, who is rubbish. Oh, gosh. This team is crap. When I think about our team, it is rubbish.
Deji, why not enough fans kicking off? Why are too many fans calm? Why are they so calm and not? I don't understand it, man. This is dreadful. This is dreadful.
I'm going to say something, and it's going to get me in a lot of trouble.
Just say it.
I'm going to have to say it.
Go on.
Our fans are pussies. They're pussies. They moan, but I feel like our fans, they're just really entitled. Really entitled. And they're ready to accept bollocks. Yeah. Let me give you a reason. Let me give you the real reason. So my good mate Sean hooked me up with some tickets at Spurs. Yeah. Sean, I hope you don't mind me saying this. He's one of them 1882 brothers. Yeah. So when you go to the game, you get some food, you get some free drink. It's quite expensive to get these season tickets. Mate, the food is rubbish, bro. They serve diced turkey and these disgusting potatoes for the Liverpool game. This is one of the biggest games of the season against the biggest team in the Prem, and they served food that you couldn't eat. You couldn't eat it. I'm like, these brothers, they don't care about the fans. They know that we are going to eat that potato that was tasteless. We had shredded turkey. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted in my life. And I could see people eating it. I'm like, what is this crap? That is how they see us. You're not worth making an effort for. And they know that we're going to turn up regardless. That's why I said Daniel Levy, and I know he watches this show, he's not a businessman. Tottenham will be rammed even if we moved the club to Afghanistan, it would be a sellout crowd because that's Spurs fans. It's easy money. And when you get easy money, you don't need to make an effort. That is the reality. Tottenham fans are moaning, but they're going to the game in the cold. They're standing at Park Lane station for hours to get on the train to go home. They'll be there tomorrow, mate. Smiling, laughing, joking at Stratford.
Deji, do you know what will wake these fans up, mate? Do you know what will wake these fans up if we get relegated? Then what are they going to say then?
Bro,
yeah.
One of my good friends, Phil, sorry, Phil, I'm bringing you up here, said he will follow Spurs all the way down. Ah! He will follow Spurs all the way down. No. Oh, bruv. The thing is, bruv, we ain't got any leaders. We ain't got any kahunas. Everyone should stop going. If you're not happy, don't go. You can miss one game. What is one game? Just to make a statement. So that they know that we're serious. In Torino, in Italy, I respect those fans. They stopped that Torino team. Ola Aina, listen to that podcast. He said we weren't going nowhere. The Ultras made us know we were playing shit and we needed to fix up. Where are they? Where are they?
Listen, man, this game tomorrow, yeah? What are you thinking? You going?
Nah, I'm not going. I'm not going. Because it's a waste of time. The Liverpool game I didn't want to go to. Well, I did and I didn't. I knew it was a risky one. I still went and I wasn't disappointed, if you know what I mean. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at home watching the game, doing a watch along. Bruv, look, why am I going to go and watch Spurs lose 5-0 to Newcastle? I don't think, I've got another guy coming on just after you, Dan, called Josh. So big up to Josh as well. Does any Spurs fan think we're going to beat Newcastle tomorrow? I heard Tottenham fans thinking we were going to beat Liverpool. I'm like, what game are you watching? That back line ain't beating. Archie Gray and Dragushin is at the back tomorrow. Yeah, with Jed Spence and Porro. And we're going to stop Newcastle. We couldn't stop Newcastle with Van de Ven, Romero, Udogi, and Porro. And Vicario. What are we going to do with that back five? And a washed-up Son. Come on. 5-0. I'm the only thing that's going to make me happy is if I make some money. I'm putting a tenner on Spurs to lose 5-0 tomorrow, and I hope we get some money back. That's it. We're not winning, bro. We're not getting a draw. I'll be surprised if we score. The one thing that shocked me about the Liverpool game was that we managed to score 3 goals. I was like, how? We're crap. How did we score 3? Sorry, Dan, but it's the truth, man.
Yeah, no, it's nobody.
Are you going to the game?
Huh?
You going tomorrow?
No. I'm only going to go up to the stadium for the protest now. I'm not going to any games. I'm not giving the club any of my money. Not until they've gone. Not until they've gone or they make some big changes to help this team. Yeah, massive, big changes. But it's not going to happen.
I'm going to ask for a public favour from you. If you don't mind, next week, and I was speaking to a fella at the Liverpool game, and he was talking about what Levy's planning with our club. I would love an opportunity with you and Savar and some of the other guys to talk about the hotel that's being built. Yes. Yeah. Haringey Council and what Tottenham is doing in the main, because it seems like he's more bothered about taking over the borough of Haringey than our bloody club. So just to give you a little bit of insight. So just to let you know.
You've got a stream with him, have you? Next week?
Well, I would love to. I wanted to ask you, Savar, and I'm gonna get some inside information so we can talk about the big plans that our club have in terms of the hotel and such and such and such, which I've been seeing, and I didn't even realize that we're spending the sort of money that we're spending building hotels.
It's all so wrong, man. It's all so wrong. Like, where's the money, man? Where's the money for the transfers and the wages? They're making so much money. The ground, the revenue, all the concerts, NFL, they're raking it in, but we don't see it. They're just saving their money. The summer transfer window was a money-saving scheme, wasn't it? Yeah, the summer transfer window. Even getting Ange was a money-saving scheme. They took a punt at him. Yeah.
Solanke's not even on 100 grand a week, and he's our star striker. How can that be? How can that be in this day and age? Your star striker is not even on 100 grand a week. It's a disaster. I'm looking at Solanke. How could you take that contract? Why did you leave Bournemouth for this rubbish?
Listen, the only way anything can, we can't change Levy right now is just get a sensible manager in and try and do another Poch, like you said, with Eugene. You know, get another Poch type manager in who can get the best out of the team. That's all we can hope for. Because at the moment, Deji, it's disgusting what's going on with these losses. Dropping down that table, closer to the relegation places than we are the top four. It's unacceptable. The injuries is not an excuse. It's not. And they're not even that bad if you deep it. They're not. They haven't been. And even when we had the players, Deji, we were still rubbish.
We were rubbish, mate. That's the thing that pisses me off. And you know, so I've got to bring this Josh guy in. Just what, you know, the thing that pisses me off is he is hiding behind the injuries. And I'm like, well, we pretty much played as strong a team. We only had 3 players in, mate. Mikey Moore is not a starter. Older Bear is not a starter. Stop lying to yourself. It's only Romero, Van der Ven, and Vicario missing. I would argue Jed Spencer's doing a better job than Udogie. Porro's been playing. You've got Basuma or Bentancur. You've got Madders. You've got Kulusevski. You've got Brennan. You've got Son. You've got Solanke. Where's the injuries, mate? That is our squad.
Yeah.
It's rubbish. Oh, I'm not going to buy this because we've got so many in. Mikey Moore. I've got nothing against Mikey Moore. But you're not going to lie to me that Mikey Moore is the reason why we're struggling. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, we're not having that. It's, bruv, the sooner he goes. Can I just, before you go, Dan, your prediction for this month? We've got Tamworth, Liverpool, we've got Newcastle, we've got Arsenal this month. Your prediction for what are you expecting from us this month?
Okay, so nothing tomorrow. Tamworth, we should have enough, surely. Tamworth, yeah? Yeah, Tamworth. But that's not. I'm not even thinking about that game. Yeah, that should be a given, right? Yeah. Arsenal away. I can't see us getting anything there. And then who else we got after that? Is it Everton away?
Yeah,
Everton away. That's going to be a struggle. That'll be a struggle. And then I can't see us when we're going to win our next home. What game are we going to win next, Deji? End of January? We got any easier fixtures? Have a look.
I mean, I'm just looking at it right now. So we're obviously Newcastle tomorrow. Then our next league game is Arsenal away, and then we're away to Everton, and then our next home game is at home to Leicester on the 26th of Jan.
Possibly that one. Yeah, so that's
away to Brentford after that.
1 month. Yeah, because the last one we got in the league was away to Southampton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So we're talking 1 month. We're talking 2 months until we get our next Premiership win, and Angie's doing a job.
Yeah.
No, surely.
I think if he loses the first leg, I think we'd get at the Carabao.
There's no Maddison, Deji. Do you know that? Against Liverpool, Maddison's suspended. Sar's suspended.
We're done for. We're done for, mate. We're done for. I'm with you. No, we don't do anything this Jan. So what I'm gonna do is, my cousin sent me a message saying, "Well, Tottenham are in the mud. At least you're getting subscribers." And I went, "Screw the subscribers, mate. I'd rather get the 3 points. I'll just focus on getting more subscribers."
Deji, man, it's painful. It's painful having to come on here and do our, videos, shows when it's this bad. I don't look forward to it, man. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. We're saying the same thing every week. We need a manager to mix things up, get some new discussion. It's boring, man.
I'm going to go one step further. I'm happy to take the Spurs job to the end of the season free of charge.
Take it, man.
Free of charge. And I'm not going to complicate things. I'm just going to. There's no inverted rubbish. I'm just going to do a Harry Redknapp. Play in your position, boys, and go and get a win. Come on. I honestly think football is not that complicated. I really do. I don't think it's that. Harry Redknapp showed us that. We got Champions League under Harry Redknapp with that system. You know that, yeah? 4-4-2. Yeah? Literally just playing players in their best position. I mean, honestly, it was the greatest stuff I've ever seen in my life. We need to go back to that. All this inverted nonsense. You got to have a keeper that can play out. It's all bollocks. It's all bollocks. It's all robot. There's no fun in it. There's no je ne sais quoi. We will never see a David Ginola ever again. All we will see is a bunch of pointless robots at the way football is going. So for me,
Deji, as I said at the beginning, this is going to be a messy month, and some people are going to disappear. You know that. You're not going to see some people. You're not going to hear from people.
Yeah,
they're going to go. I'm still going to come on and talk about it. Yeah?
I'm with you, Dan. I'm here for the long haul, mate.
Yeah,
the only thing I will say shamelessly is I've had to pick up a second team.
Who's that?
Fulham. So I will be watching Fulham simply because I've been banging. I actually wanted Marco Silva before Postecoglou came in. I've been banging on about Marco Silva for a reason, and I'm gonna have a closer eye on Fulham this season, for this year, just to see if I am right about this guy. So yes, I'll be lining up Fulham as my second team moving forward this season. I will never leave my club, mate. But when if we're gonna be in this mud, I need some joy from somewhere. I swear, Dan.
One more thing, Deji, because I know I've got to jump. But Nottingham Forest in that top four, Fulham, we got Bournemouth. Who else is up there doing better than us? Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Fulham. I think Brighton even above us still.
Yeah, all of them, mate.
All of us, right? They've got smaller budgets, and do you know the difference? Why they're doing better? They've got better managers than Ange.
100%.
And that's it. That's the evidence. There's no process. Wait the process. Oh, it takes time. The transfer window was poor. Ange needs to do better with the players he's got and stop being stupid and managing this team in this crazy way, man. Back down, but he's not going to. So he's going to get sacked.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know when. It's not if, it's when.
It's when, Dan. Well, Dan, I would love to tell you, as a fellow Spurs fan to Spurs fan, obviously, thank you for going to the protest, because at least you're doing more than you're walking the talk. Because a lot of people do a lot of talk without walking. So big up to you. And I would like to say enjoy the game, but what I would say is let's watch the game and then let's report back next week. But I'll reach out to you anyway privately about other stuff. About
definitely get you, mate. Take care, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, bro.
As well. Take care.
Thank you. Big up.
Bye-bye.
Big up Dan there. Some deep thoughts. I've got Josh who's been waiting there. No Tottenham fan coming through. Last customer. Happy New Year, Josh.
What's up, mate?
How you doing, mate? Good to see you. You all right?
Yeah, not looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not in it. Talk to me, Josh. Were you feeling what Dan was just saying just now?
Yeah, I'm great. I will walk any day, be honest.
Yeah.
I've been to one Spurs game. That's when we lost to Forest in the Carroll Cup a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
And we played shit. Last time we played with Forest, last time we went to their ground. It's just where the 3 points coming from. There's nowhere 3 points.
That's the problem.
We're not beating Liverpool.
No.
Right? We're not beating Newcastle. We're not beating Arsenal. We're not beating Everton away. The next game is maybe Leicester. But even then, are we even good enough to be Leicester?
We're not. But Josh, I want to ask you: is this because our team is crap, or are you putting the blame on Postecoglou here?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
It's Ange and the team. When I went in the start of season, we bought too many youngsters. Yeah. We didn't buy now players. Yeah. We invested in the long term, and you can see it with all the injuries, illness. and stuff. If you've not heard about the illness,
no, I've heard about it. The thing is, you're gonna get ill at this time of the year anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but the fact is, we've got injuries as well. That's a tough bit. It's the injuries as well. It just came the worst time.
The thing I'm getting, look, I was never Ange out, but the more he talks, the more I'm getting pissed off. Happy New Year, shamelessly. Big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Make sure you smash a like, and big up to my guy Josh in the building.
I am a YouTuber as well. I'm a YouTuber as well.
Big up Josh, and Josh, you know, get me on your channel. That's what I love. Do you know what I'm saying? So Josh, what do you feel like? Yeah, go on.
I do not do live streams, but I do more like I talk about theme parks and football.
Yeah, cool.
Every time I do watch a lot of football.
Yeah. Well, mate, look, I would love to jump on, man. I would love to jump on.
I just want to say to everyone, subscribe to me. It's free to show, and it's just called Joshua Hotchkiss.
Yeah, wicked. So,
and then
Josh,
I'm just looking. I'm not hoping for a win tomorrow because I can't see it. Be honest, Newcastle's too good team, and it just will be very tough to beat a good Parents team. The midfield is just like, what the hell? Newcastle been so crap last season, and now they are so good this season.
Yeah, but Eddie Howe's been doing a good job. He had
I will have him at Tottenham.
I would have Eddie Howe at Spurs. I think he would do a better job than Ange at Spurs.
Ange still should be at the circus, mate.
Yeah. I think he's doing a lot of the violin, which I'm not really into.
With Eric Dyer.
Yeah, I'm not onto that.
The best thing about Ange is getting rid of Eric Dyer and our right back as well. We should never let Kane go because of Son. Because
Kane has 10 years.
Imagine if Kane had effects with Son.
Imagine if Kane was here under this rubbish, mate. He must be thanking his lucky stars that he left.
Yeah, and we're like 11 points from top 4, and we're like 8 points from relegation. It's Addy. How can this guy be in the top still in this disgrace? Can't they not even have this far?
And I think for me, which is even more disgraceful, Josh, is that Dan mentioned it just a minute ago. Nuno's got Nottingham Forest top 4.
Yeah.
We gave Nuno 3 months.
Yeah, and look, I think with Tottenham a moment, it's just how much we let some matches go too early. Like Poch, we should never sack Poch. That's about it. Because the way he took us to a Champions League final.
Come on, bro.
But I did, and I know it's like that. I hate the board because of what he did with Poch and Mourinho. Sacked him like a few days before a final, something like that.
Yeah,
and then all the fans just hated him. And I just heard him opening a new hotel instead of making the team better. Man, that guy is not even a football fan, but he's like making a money guy with like Man City.
Honestly, the way that Spurs is moving, we're moving like a franchise. You know, in the NBA, all of those basketball teams are franchises. We're just a franchise. We're just a.
And then people just. Then people just like pick on us because we are the most easiest team to pick on. Like saying we are Spursy, we do not sign good players. But if you think of, we should have won something when we had Kane, Son. You know what I'm trying to say? We should have won something with them lot. Because our attack was the best attack for like don't know how long. We've been on top 4.
We were unlucky that we didn't do nothing, but we needed to build, and it was round about the time we had the stadium and stuff. But I mean, I think you're 100% right, mate. I think you're 100% right.
And then like some of the
I want to ask you as a kind of question to kind of wrap up. If Postecoglou was to stay, yeah, because there's been a lot of we need him out, we need him out, we need him out. How can he save his job?
Best thing you need to do with him is just let him go. I think he's
you don't think he can save his job?
No, because we be honest, the only way he could is if he wins a trophy. But is that really looking likely? Arsenal, Liverpool in the Carrow Cup.
Do you think
if he gets smashed tomorrow 8-0, if he gets smashed tomorrow, same scoreline against Liverpool or higher,
which is possible, by the way, because Newcastle have done it.
It's most likely because you watched the Man U game. You watched the Man U game. They battered Man U 2-0, or shouldn't even be 2-0. Should be like 8-0, 9-0, 10-0. Man U look shit this season. I'm not even worse than Tottenham.
You're worrying me, mate, because I didn't watch the game. But yeah, you're the second person to say Newcastle should have scored minimum 5, 6, 7 in that game.
Yeah, they. I watched the whole game. It was so dominant. In the very first game, the first half, they should took a lot more chances. And the fact is, I'm worried about the headers, what they did against Man U. I know we've been shit at corners all season, and Newcastle is a good team. I'm hating it tomorrow. I don't even want to watch the game because I do not want to have what's your
prediction? I've got Newcastle to win 5-0. What's your prediction?
I'm saying up it because earlier I thought like Forster in goal, Gray, Jackson, but none of them look like they're playing now.
Yeah,
it's like and the backup, like the young player in goalkeeper, Conley. And then the Zuma.
Well, let's see. Let's hope for the best.
8-0. I say 8-0. 8-0. Last two.
Josh has gone 8-0 Newcastle against Spurs. I'm going 5-0. We will see. But big up to Josh. Thank you for being there. And Josh is a YouTuber. Please like and subscribe. And I got my... Josh, it was a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. I've got two more people before we wrap up. Some big boys, heavy hitters in the building. So let me bring them in. The first is my brother from another. Sean, Happy New Year. Mate, I feel like I haven't seen you since maybe March or April. It feels crazy. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's good to see your smiling little face. Good to see your background. I haven't been around for a long time. I left in June, and I got back in December. So it's been 6 months.
Welcome back. You have been missed, mate. You have been missed.
How's things? What's been going on? You've been holding the fort for me,
mate. I've been trying my best, man. I've tried to be as positive as I can. You know, I came out with a.
That don't sound like it from what I just listened to. You guys about 5-0, 8-0. What's going on over here?
At the beginning of the season, I was out here telling people Spurs were going to finish third in the league. Yeah. I was loving the ball. I took it when we lost to Newcastle. I took it when we lost to Arsenal. And then my head started to turn from the Brighton game. And since that game, I can't lie to you, I think I've improved right, mate. I've improved right. I was concerned then. Then the Crystal Palace game for me was
Talk to me, mate. What is it that concerns you, my man? What's so concerning about what's going on at Tottenham? Talk to me.
So what concerns me, Sean, is that I feel like he's lost the dressing room, and I feel like Ange Ball does not work in its entirety. I think it works for certain games, but it doesn't work. So, for example, I think Ange Ball is good for the Scottish League when you're only competing with Rangers. And the analogy I used is, you know, my son, he's 9, he plays. When he plays like in the top division, when they play lower teams, they've got more energy because they're crap. They have more of the ball and they just punish those teams. But when they play with teams that are on par to them, the game is a lot tougher. And so it's tighter. So Ange Ball is best suited for a team that dominates and it's an easy league. No disrespect, the Australian league, you know what I mean, Japanese league or whatever. But when you're playing against the Premier League teams, that sort of football isn't going to work week in, week out. And I genuinely think that right now, Sean, and I'll say this to you in case you're on the other side of the fence, I think we are playing Russian roulette with Postecoglou. We are hoping that he's going to get it right. But the facts and the evidence would suggest that this man is a madman and he's about to put us in the abyss. That is the truth, bruv. Bruv, well, you got to think, towards the end of last season, the form that we have right now is the same form we were showing at the end of last season.
Yeah, but how much of that?
And we've carried that.
I heard you saying to the last chat.
We've carried that form into this season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But you mentioned Nuno in the last one. Yeah, you said it's shameful that we got rid of Nuno after 3 months. Yeah. So, are you advocating on that basis? And I don't disagree with it, you or anyone else that feels like it's nervy. It's tough times. You gotta like sit there and hold your nerve, or walk away from it and say I'm not on board. It sounds like you're not on board, and I can understand why people aren't on board. Completely understand it. But what I would say is, if we're looking at Nuno as an example of a manager who should have been given more time, then either we're advocating for everything that Ange would want, which is more time to figure it out, because look what can happen if you're patient. Nuno's been given a bit of time at Nottingham Forest, and I know he's maybe had less time than what Ange has had, but at the same time, you've kind of run that kind of gauntlet and you see what can happen. Or you're advocating that we bring back someone like Nuno. But there wasn't a single Spurs fan alive who wanted someone like Nuno. And if you look down the league and you look at managers that Tottenham fans are looking for right now, they're looking at people like Marco Silva, people like Iriola.
I've been saying about Marco Silva from even on your channel. You know that. I've been saying that from when we were talking about who we should be bringing in. So that one there. Good managers,
and certainly demonstrate more than one version of football, which I think is the root of the problem for Ange, right? But there's a never-ending list of managers, mate, that have taken their teams from 15th to 7th. Never-ending list of managers that have shown success about taking an every ran team, an also-ran team, and got them to the nearly ran, nearly won. But it's so impossibly more difficult to take you from a 6th spot into a 2nd place or a 1st place and do it the hard way and then consistently get there. And Tottenham have tried, and we've got rid of everyone. Conte couldn't do it. Mourinho couldn't do it. Poch couldn't do it. Nuno couldn't do it. And no one could do it at Tottenham. No, Brighton didn't do it. De Zerbi didn't do it. Right? Aston Villa haven't done it. Newcastle, Eddie Howe hasn't done it. Unai Emery didn't do it. It's not that easy, bro, to take you from where we are, where we've been stuck for like the last 20 years or last 15 years, which is the top of everybody else, the top of the next best list, to get into the realms of competing with the likes of Jurgen Klopp and that ilk that have had that success. It's just not that easy. And I don't know where you go after Ange. People saying Marco Silva. Where's the evidence that he's going to step up and take you to that next leg up? I don't think there is any name out there in the Premier League that is an obvious candidate to come in right now. And I don't think that the squad has been allowed to mature for the next guy to be ready. I think you have to wait for this 18-year-old talent. We've got more 18-year-old talent than the hub, right? I think that hub needs to kind of be let it breathe, so that the next guy that comes in after Ange can mature, inherit some 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-olds, where they've all had the benefit of what this system, this experience is allowing them to learn. Players like Archie Gray are going to be massive beneficiaries of what this process has taught him. The geezer's going to be so much better in a year and a half time than he would have been had he come in and played it under a stable system. The injuries that Ange has had to deal with are not just like by considerations, a by-part piece of a conversation. They're real factors at Deji. They are real relevant factors that you can't shake a stick at how important and influential those things have been.
I guess for me, there's a couple of things I agree. I almost see a football manager's job a little bit like being the prime minister of our country. These are things that come with the territory. And it makes me think that Poch did an amazing job. You know, Spurs fans were quick to get rid of Poch. I wanted Poch to stay because of
he was twerking for another job though, man. Even in the pre-match press conference to the final, he was sitting there saying like, what can I do next? You know, I've done everything. Like he was moving on. He had his sights on something bigger. And so people forget that. It wasn't like we just got rid of him. It was he was also kind of like, I'm on for the next now.
Maybe he was fortunate or not, but he was able to work with what he's got. And I agree with you, Sean. Look, you are one of the most level-headed, sensible guys I speak to. I guess the issue for most fans, the issue we're having is that a lot of the stuff that we've seen Postecoglou do this season was avoidable. We've been saying it, i.e. Jed Spence. Why ain't he playing? Why ain't he in the Europa squad? These are basic things. Bruv, you know, playing Emerson Royale at a position against Salah last season at Liverpool was a recipe for disaster. We all knew it when we saw the lineup. So this season, you've got Dragushin, Archie Gray, and Jed Spence, and you still insist on the high line? Like, Kuladeshki said,
he hasn't got a plan
you
B.
have to adapt in the moment, no?
Yeah, but that's the problem is, mate,
do it.
is that he's like, people are saying, why won't he change? You know, that program, Can't Cook, Won't Cook, is can't change, won't change, because he doesn't have a plan B. He hasn't taught a plan B. He hasn't spent any time on the training ground doing a plan B. So when you've made a rod for your own back like that, and I agree with you that it's fundamentally shocking that other managers like Silva, like Iriola, can find enough time on the training ground to plan for version A, B, C, D, and E of their own football, plus also to be able to pick apart the opportunities and the threats and the strengths and the weaknesses of the opposition. And yet we don't seem to have time to even master plan A very well, let alone factor in a bit of B, C, and D and or do the opposition stuff. I get that's a problem. But if you haven't done it, you can't then suddenly tell the players at half time, oh, by the way, drop the line 20 yards. Because they're all going to go, what are you talking about? I don't know what that means.
But I think Spurs fans, I'm not saying we would have won the game or won those games, but I think Spurs fans would have been more accepting of what you just said about this process thing, and he has got injuries, because we can see that given the circumstances, he's trying his best, he's trying to manage. But when you come out and say, when we lose Vicario, that you're happy with Fraser Forster, and we Spurs fans are like, shit, it's Fraser Forster is going to be in goal for the next 3 months, mate, I'm not. And then you start to see
what's he supposed to say? What's he supposed to say? Shit, now you're right.
He needs to say, we need to go and get a keeper ASAP. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Like, I don't know what sort of confidence that instills you. Like, as a manager, you can't be doing that. You got to play the game a little bit with your boy, you know. And I don't think Fraser Forster was. I thought Fraser Forster was our best player until the United game, and then it all fell apart, right?
I'm just saying, this same brother was shocked that Timo Werner, he's been doing stinkers. I went, well, he's been doing stinkers since you brought him in, but whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? So I guess for me, what I would have liked to have seen was a little bit of an acknowledgement that the situation is not ideal. It's not what I want to do, but I'm going to work it. Because, bro, when we played Brighton, we were 2-0 up. We had our players. Like, he's doing this thing.
Is that not on Ange? Sorry, is that not on the players? At what point do we kind of go, like, you're good enough to get 2-0 up against Brighton? Were Brighton just awful in the first half? Like, at some point, you go, if you're good enough to do it against Manchester City, and we have been, right? We smashed City 4-0. If that system is good enough to handle City, if that system is good enough to put 4 past Newcastle last year, 4 past Villa twice, right? At home and away. If we're good enough to do it against the best teams in the league, or some of the best teams in the league, then, at some point, like, I know it's easier to blame one person than 25, but at some point I'm like, where's these players on the pitch that are good enough when they want to be? Why can't we go James Maddison? What's going on, bro? Like, why can you step up for City but you can't for Ipswich? What's up with that? It's easy to get up for the big game, bro. It's on telly. Everyone knows it's the biggest game of the week. Everyone knows big time for James Maddison, the flair player, the show pony. But where are you against Palace? Where are you against Ipswich? Where are you in the second half against Brighton? You're the leader. You're supposed to be the guy. When you've got 18-year-olds left of me and 19-year-olds to the right, I'm stuck in the middle looking at the leader in Maddison going, where's the option? Where's the leadership? Where's the getting on the ball and suffering, like snuffing the life out of the game, drawing some fouls, which he's very good at? He goes missing. What about Sonny? What's happened to him? Why can't we sit there and go, look, Ange is what Ange is. He's not perfect. He's stubborn. He don't want to change. He can't change. Whatever, right? That's the guy that we signed up with. And Daniel Levy knew that when he signed that deal. And most Tottenham fans that were on board with him before, had you done your research, had you done the kind of due diligence on him, you would have known that when you were previously on board him, you were on board with a type of guy that was good enough then, but now he's not. Okay, fair enough. You didn't know.
I hear you.
That's cool. Not you personally. I mean, anyone. Like, that's fine. If you're not okay with it anymore, fine. but let's at least share some of the accountability and say, Sonny, man, you're a 31-year-old. You're a monster. You've been there and done it for 10 years at Tottenham. You can't go missing now, bro. You're the captain of the ship, and you've been missing for the entire first half of this season. Maddison, you've been a flop, in my opinion. And then at the back, Pedro Porro, I love you to pieces, man. You're working your socks off, but you have to learn some positional sense. You can't be so committed. Destiny Udogie, where's that version of you that we saw in the first 10 games?
Where is it?
Because you're like, where is it, right? I know these guys are tired. Exactly.
So I agree with you.
I'm trying to work
out. Because my whole thing is, and I agree with you, my whole thing is a manager is meant to bring out the best of players.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at players that started off really good under Ange who are fading off. Why are they fading off? I'm not buying it's the system. Come on. The professional footballers in 2025 are athletes. You know, they are machines.
Machines, yeah.
They are. So let's
they should be. They should be.
That's what you're buying. That's why they're Prem players. They go up and down, and they don't even seem like they're bothered about it. I like you. I'm trying to work out why Pedro Porro is constantly out of position, and then if he doesn't sort it out, why is Udogie letting balls into the box?
Yeah, back post shenanigans, man. I've never seen a team.
My thing is, I'm looking for a reaction from these lads. Yeah, but I just don't see how. I don't see a Slot or an Arteta losing the 2-goal lead the way that we've done it. So,
but if you go back to Jurgen Klopp, in fact, if you go back to Alex Ferguson, the best there ever was, right? Alex Ferguson took 4 years to figure out what to do with United. 4 years of patience. I mean, that was back in the day when managers had more time, more patience. They had the ability to be managers, not just coaches. These days, most of that stuff, the game has changed, right? You've got to, and this is where I'm on your side, is that I think Ange is incredibly naive. If after 18 months, I know that now the excuses has pivoted to the injuries, but like it wasn't that long ago, like 6 weeks ago, when he was saying, "No, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to focus on the individual losses in isolation. For me, it's more important about getting the message across." And I was like, boy, you ain't got any clue of how long what sort of runway do you expect if after 18 months, your one message hasn't got through yet? There's something wrong with the message, bro. Like either you ain't telling it good enough or the players aren't good enough to hear it. But if after 18 months, your message still isn't landing, we got a problem. And that I don't think has changed. I think that now his narrative has just moved to, what am I supposed to do? You know, we've got bare bones here, which I think is a valid point, but you can't shift the goalposts. And so I think that I'm on your side, bro, in that there's a million red flags. There's a million red flags for me. But at the same time, there are conditions in which I think you have to be
you're right.
patient.
And I guess where I'm slightly worried, look, I look, in the main, I've said this, and it's almost like an oxymoron. On one hand, I do like Ange as a manager. I do like having possession football. I prefer Ange ball than Conte ball than Mourinho ball. The issue that I had after the Brighton game was I was saying that we do a now you see me, now you don't. We win one, we lose one. We win one, we lose one. And I said then that at the rate that Spurs is going, we could lose 19 games. We could lose 18 games this season.
We will. And we will lose 18 games.
So
yeah, I think we're going to lose.
For me, I can't. That bit there is what I find unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be losing 18 games, man. That's just crap. And so for me, the why I'm the way that I am is I do feel like he does deserve time, but are we gambling here? Because
of course we are.
If it doesn't work, man.
Every single game we're down the casino, rolling red or black on the casino.
We are doing red or black, aren't we? Russian roulette. And if we get this wrong, we could be in a worse situation than we were before he came.
We're not going down though. People are talking about relegation battles. Like, I listen to some of the channels that are out there right now, and it's like they've got themselves caught in this loop where everything is absolutely we're on our knees and there's no end in sight. There's no light. It's such like a pity party for one or for 1,000, depending on how many people are watching. And I'm just like, I can't. This, like, people have convinced themselves that there's no way out with this guy. And I'm like, but at the same time, the narrative is, look at these managers, look at this man, look at that manager. And I'm like, yeah, but all of those guys went through rocky periods. All of them did. Now, that doesn't mean that all of them didn't have plan Bs eventually. But if you look at Jurgen Klopp, Klopp was gung-ho football for the first year and 18 months, 2 years. It was only 2 years after when he got that rebuild that he got some backing from the manager, from the ownership, and that he managed to put his philosophy in. We haven't seen with Ange whether after 2 years he does like to have some other tweaks, but he did say in the past, when we went on that 11 games unbeaten, 10 games unbeaten, he was saying that we're ahead of where I thought we were going to be, and now I can start to sprinkle in some of the other things into the tactics. And then all of a sudden the Chelsea game happened, and then the injuries, the red cards, and everything fell apart, right? So I'm just hoping
for that sprinkle.
Like, I guess it comes down to this for me, like, Dej. Do you want it to get worse before it gets better, so that we get rid of the guy, or do you want it to get better and therefore we keep the guy? Because for me, I feel like the Liverpool Cup semi-final is the crunch one. If we get booted out of that, if we lose the first leg on Wednesday, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Newcastle are a brilliant team, and they travel well as well, and they've got a good record against Tottenham, so it's going to be difficult. But then you've got Liverpool in the first leg. Chances are that Slot's going to put out probably a weakened team, a youthful team, a little bit, right, for the first leg. But he'll keep the big boys back just in case he needs them for the second leg. But if Tottenham do go and get like a 2-1 victory against Liverpool in the first leg, you can't sack Ange then, because then he's 2 games away from a final, or 1 game away from a final. And, you know, if you do beat Liverpool, somehow, if you get past them, then I think you've got as good a chance against Arsenal as you've ever had. And the same against Newcastle. So you can't sack the geezer. But then, if he does happen to go on and lift the cup, you've got to give the guy another 2 years.
So are you saying then, Sean, because obviously it's been a minute that me and you have spoken. So I said that just the Carabao wouldn't be enough for me.
It has to be enough. Has to be enough, man. He'd be the most successful manager since 2008, and that was Juan de Ramos. Like you would take
13th and the Carabao for this season, and he keeps his job.
Any fan that wouldn't, for me, is, especially if you're a fan that hates our owner, who blames the owner, who blames fans that don't agree with their stance on it, that Tottenham don't prioritise cups and that we used to be a cup team. We were never going to win the league anyway. I've always said that top 4 is a better barometer of where you are as a football club than lifting a trophy and finishing 15th, because you can't avoid. You can get lucky in cups. Who you get when you get them injuries, home draw.
That's my fault as well. Go on.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and that's what I've always said. But when the boot's on the other foot is when I want to see how true these people, these fans, are with their own rationale. Top 4's not a trophy. I need a trophy. I'm desperate for a trophy. We're on the cusp of a trophy, maybe, and you still want the manager to go? Yeah. There's no logic to your consistency. You're just perennially unhappy anyway. You're just an unhappy person who wants to always find something wrong with whatever we have. If the geezer gets to the final, if the geezer lifts the cup, you have to give him the extra time.
So just speaking to you, I now realize why I'm called delusional Dej. Because I actually said, for me, given how poor our league position is, because it is poor, and 9 L's is still 9 L's, it is relegation fodder. We're not going down, but it's hovering above. But it's hovering above, which is just as bad.
As a one-off season, though.
If it is one-off, but I would like to, for me to believe that Ange is the man, and to believe a possible narrative that can be spun, he forfeited the league just to get the trophy monkey off our back.
No, he didn't forfeit. No, that's not the narrative. He's not forfeiting the league. It's just that there's been a shit ton of injuries that have screwed up our season.
That's a sexier narrative to run if he wants to. It's a sexier narrative to say, you know what, I got you the trophy at the expense of a league position. I think Spurs.
Well, I think if he was to run that play, if he ran that play, he'd look like an absolute donut. I know you didn't. What are we doing here? Who are you kidding? But it doesn't matter, man. Where the rubber meets the road is Tottenham fans want a trophy. That's all they've been crying for since I've been in the community. Trophy this, trophy that. We haven't got a trophy. It's been too long. Biggest trophy drought in the history of Tottenham Hotspur. Daniel Levy, get out of our club. Every manager's a problem. The fans are players aren't good enough. The fans are the problem. Yada, yada, yada. If we get a trophy and you still want the manager out, then you're just someone who's, not you personally, anyone, you're just not happy. You're just someone who feeds off the negativity. And that to me is just like, that shows me who the real problem is. And for me, I think that Tottenham, if you do win the trophy, you have to give the guy more time. And that is also problematic, by the way, because if you don't have faith in Ange having that plan B, but the logic dictates that you're reasonable and say, okay, the geezer got us a trophy, therefore you give him more time because that's what we all wanted and he managed to get it done. But then you have to give the guy more time. Then you're backing a guy who's going to have to be around for next season as well. And if you don't have faith in his ability to adapt, then you're going to have a shit next season.
You're right, but I think for me, what I wanted to say is, me and you, we have the same school of thought, because I'm all about the measure of, is this squad better? Are we building a squad that eventually over time will compete at the top level? A Carabao Cup is no indication that our squad is ready to compete. What would sway me?
What about Europa League?
I think if he wins the Europa and can do the double, then I think I could be swayed that, you know what, Postecoglou, we got to give this brother time.
What about if he loses against Liverpool? If he loses against Liverpool in the Cup, right, and we lose against Newcastle tomorrow, I think we've got Arsenal next, and then I'm not sure who else.
If he loses to Liverpool and Newcastle, he's done. Not because we don't want to give him more time, but I feel like the level of restlessness, because you've got to think, if you can't win the Carabao, and with the performances how they've been, well, that's the easiest cup you can win. You get me? It gets harder after that, FA Cup and the Europa League. So that's why.
Well, it all depends on who you get, right? So I see your man in the chat here, Colton Connor, saying any team can win the Premiership without beating the best teams, but you can't do that in the Cup challenges. Interesting, but I can't remember any team that's ever won the Premier League without beating the teams around them at the top end. Like Arsenal, when they used to do it, Liverpool, when they did it, even Leicester, and obviously City have got an amazing track record against the Big Four, right? In those leagues when they've won it. So you're right. He's right in that you can technically win the cups. You can technically win the league without beating the top four. It doesn't happen in reality. And in the cup competitions, you are always going to have to come up against someone in the top four at some point. But Tottenham's league the profile of who we've had to beat to get to the semi-finals, you know, who do we take on? Coventry, City, United. Now we've got Liverpool. Right, there was someone else in there as well. And we're going to have to beat Arsenal or Newcastle in the final. So we are doing it the hard way. But you could have got it a different way. If you go back and look at those teams in the last 25 years that won trophies that you wouldn't have thought would have done, like was it Wigan, Borough, Portsmouth, those guys over like that 25-year period when they all won the FA Cup or the League Cup. You look at the routes to Wembley for those boys, most of those teams avoided most of the big boys throughout their routes, their path to the final. I think one or two of them played one or two of the big boys along the way. I think Wigan beat United, for example. But most of those teams got there without having to play big teams. Tottenham are doing it the hard way. But you might get to the FA Cup final by beating Tamworth and then catching a Coventry in the fourth round and then a Swansea in the fifth. Or whatever, you know? So you can get to the final with the luck draw, you know?
No, I agree. I agree. So, Sean, it's so good to see you, mate. And it's
you too, my man.
Conversation. And sometimes we need a bit of a balanced view, because sometimes you can just be so caught up in it.
Yeah, try and take a step back. Don't get caught up in that quagmire of desperation, man, because it's a tempting place to swim in, but it also is not healthy, man. Like, step back and remember that things could be worse, right?
For real. So essentially, we should stick with it. Whatever happens, and then assess where we are at the end of the season.
I think, well, no, not whatever happens. Like, I think that there has to be a trigger pulling at some point, but I'm not there yet. More because I just think
what would make you go there, and then that's just hypothetical.
Yeah, I think an embarrassing day tomorrow. I don't subscribe to this idea we're going to get beaten 5-0. I think it'll be a close game, a tough game. I worry about the likes of Isaac and Bruno G, and some of those guys are just going to have a field day against the line. But I think that I think a draw is plausible. It's well within the possibility for Tottenham to get a draw. It's going to be difficult, but if we embarrass ourselves like 5-6-0, there's going to be a lot of pressure. Then you got Liverpool, and if the first leg goes, if that tie is put to bed because Liverpool just put 4 past us at home or something, then I think that the argument that you have to let the cup play out is probably done. And I think then you're going to see struggles. But if we do get a result against Newcastle, if we do get a good first leg against Liverpool, even if, then I think that you still have to stick with the plan. More so because I'm just not ready for another manager just yet. I don't know where you go. I don't think that the likes of Silva and Areola want to leave mid-season. And I think that, as I said before, I think that the young players that we have, I want to see what they're like. Let them mature. Let them learn in this hard era. And then when the next guy does come in, whether that's in 6 months or whatever, they're going to be ready, and the next guy can take a slightly more mature version of these kids and run with that. And I think that's something that I'm excited about, but I'm just not ready for it just yet.
I agree, and I think I would have been more feeling how you felt if Postecoglou had just managed the games a bit better. I just look back quickly. Brighton, we should have won or drawn. Leicester, we should have won. Newcastle, we should have drawn. I think if those results had been that way, I don't think we had this conversation. And then I think the straw for a lot of Spurs fans was, you can't tell me we can't expect to beat Ipswich 1-0 at home.
No,
you know.
Yeah, there's some results. There's some results in our calendar that are unforgivable, mate, for sure.
If he had just done those, I don't think we have this conversation. But because he didn't do those, and there's the potential for more to come, that's what it is. But Sean, it's been brilliant, mate. It's been brilliant. So good.
Love you, man.
We have missed you,
are you on Twitter? Yeah, because I've been going through this hack and I lost all my numbers, buddy. But I don't know if you're still in that WhatsApp group. If not, I'll reach out to you. I'll get your number off Twitter or something, and we'll get you back on the Spurs Talk Show soon.
Yeah, please. I love that. Yeah, big up, Sean.
Mate, congratulations on all you're doing with the channel, man. I love it. Whenever I see it, it's on. I'm darling. Love you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Sean.
Cheers,
See you
boss.
later. Yeah, thank you. Bye. That was a big one there. Sean coming through, dropping some gems, making me rethink live on stream, reevaluate. I'm happy to see a potential change, but let's see. If Tottenham can get a result tomorrow and get a result against Liverpool, I'm ready to give the brother a bit more time. But if he doesn't, he needs to get out of my club. But I've got Raj who's been waiting a while. Raj, sorry to cut you and sorry for you waiting for so long. We have 5 minutes because I've got to do a preview for the Newcastle game. I don't know why I'm even bothering because we're going to get slapped up. But Raj, update me, my brother. Update me. Because every time I'm seeing you, you're just getting fat, bro. This little lean back, fat Joe start that you're playing like it's all light. It's all cushy in my neighborhood.
It's chilling.
It's just light work, yeah.
We're chilling right now. Yeah, we're gonna smoke in out the Sunday, and when we do, it's gonna be beautiful. And we're winning the league.
Pleasure. Every Liverpool fan that's been on today has just come with this chill vibe, like everything's all honky dory.
We're just cooking.
Is that what it is? Is it done? Is it done? Yeah, it's done.
No, whoa! I did not say. Okay. I think we should win the league from here. So yeah, I think it's done. But listen, Arsenal can time play in January, and we don't. We should win. I'll be honest with you. If we don't win it from here,
bro, I swear down, right? If you lot don't win the league from here, I might have to take my anger out on you, bro. I know you're not representing Liverpool, but I will be so pissed with you, not applicable.
Listen,
all the man then that came through today that are Liverpool fans, I will be going bonkers, bro.
You know what? I can guarantee we win one of the Champions or Prem. I'll guarantee that. We will win one of the Champs or Premier League, one of them two.
I need you to win the Prem because if you don't win the Prem, it means Arsenal wins the Prem. I'm very Arsenal fans, but my true colours is coming out tonight.
Listen,
bro,
by the way,
about Trent.
Huh? With what?
Trent, really?
Number 6.
What are you saying?
With Trent.
What do you mean that guy? He's a legend. He's a Galactico, bro. I need you to talk. Are you happy to see your brother go?
No, but if he's going to leave on a free, then, bro, listen, okay, look, can I just get this right? Okay, on the transfer situation, people blame the club. It probably is the club, okay? I understand why. But Trent said the situation would not play in public. He literally said that in an interview. This contract situation will not be played in public. Salah's and Van Dijk's have been public, very public. So, and now it's coming out that he wants to do it. Listen, what doesn't bother me? Look, what bothers me about this situation is it's the whole general situation that's pissing me off. The club, how we got this situation is disgrace. That's one bit. Trent, bro, listen, if he leaves in January, then he's a snake. Bro, I don't give a fuck. If he leaves in January, he's a snake. Because, bro, we're in a tower charge. We're about to win the Premier League if we don't do anything silly in the tower race. We could win the Champions League. Probably, but there's no one that scares me in the Champions League at all at the moment. We'll probably win the Carabao Cup. I mean, I'll be honest with you. We'll probably... I call it FA Cup's looking good as well. Yeah. So if he leaves on a free in the summer, then I think there's conversation on the owners. However, if he leaves in January or has a pre-agreement...
So you want him gone in Jan?
No, I'm saying if he does leave in Jan. It's a very...
Because if he stays to the summer, bro, he's going for free. So you need him gone.
I'd rather that because, bro, there's Madrid only offered 20 million, you know that? 20 million for them.
That's taking the nick. 20 million.
Bro, fuck that. You know the league. We can win the league and we get that money back. So you say you're still trying in January for 20 million. You're getting the money back. So what's the point? That's why if he's gonna leave on a free. Because listen, I don't want to kill this year. Look, we're on a vibe right now this year. We're cooking the whole league right now. You sell Trent, as much as I do not like the guy at the moment because his situation's played in public, it ruins our title charge a bit. Because listen, I've been saying this, that this contract situation could derail our season. Simple as, look, if you don't get these contracts solved, then this could be a big derail because, bro, the questions will be asked. I feel bad for Slaughter as well, man. Slaughter has had to deal with this for
it was always coming because even like you're talking about the contract, Salah wanted to go last season.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
I think he did. I think he's gone at the end of the season.
He's staying. I can guarantee it.
What is this? He's staying. What is he staying for? Salah is going to win you the Prem and say to Liverpool fans,
he wants to stay.
Another title and I'm gone. That's what he's saying.
Salah in public has said he wants to stay. Salah in public, he wants to stay. He's been saying it. It's on the fucking club, bro. They can't do it. Listen, the club, if the club lets Salah on a free, so fucking leave the club, the whole ownership, because bro, you're literally letting go 40 GA guy go away for a free. You can't let that happen. And look, if he wants to go, it'll be maybe he wants to stay. That's the worst thing. If you let him go, Van Dijk, I'm pretty confident he stays. Salah,
I think Van Dijk stays. Trent's gone. Salah's gone.
No. It's two staying. I think Trent goes. Listen, I'm just gonna say this right now about Trent. It could be another Zoom money situation because look at he's a boyhood fan. He's been the club since 6-year-old. So it's different when signing is different compared to like agreeing. Trent's basically saying he wants to leave his boyhood club for Madrid. And look, that's fine, but you think about that hit, he could change his mind. I'm not saying
he wants to leave his boyhood club because every boy wants to play for Madrid. And he's done 8 years. He's allowed to go, bro. Okay, like, let the brother experience the world.
I'm not
what
saying.
Is these Liverpool fans doing?
I'm not saying. I never said. I don't. I have no issue with. I have no issue with the guy going at all. If he wants to go to Madrid, fine. Okay, because look, he's been at the club. He's done good moments for our club. But why? If he's because there's a rumors Madrid one that's done in January. Madrid one is done in January or a pre-agreement. Now, if he does a pre-agreement, that is the biggest snake we could do or whatever. The fans will get onto him. I'm saying right now, Anfield will get onto the guy. I'm telling you right now, the fans will get onto him. There'll be boos at the stadium Trent when Trent gets the ball. So I'm telling you right now, if Madrid get the guy, which they probably will, and it comes out in January that he's going to Madrid next summer, bro, the boos will be loud as hell. I'm telling you right now.
That's the same for he's a legend.
Yeah, but bro, you cannot leave. Look, him leaving in the summer, I don't care. Look, I do care, but if he leaves in January, I understand why. But to do a pre-agreement, that is the most.
I get you.
Or leave in January.
He should just be honest. He should just be straight up.
And if Trent needs to come out and speak. Salah and Van Dijk have spoken about their contract. They've literally said, "I want to stay." Listen, Liverpool.
He can't speak because he wants to go. We've known this from when this brother was doing the whispers with Bellingham, bro.
I would rather him speak out. Look, look. Yeah. He needs to speak out. Okay, I don't mind him lying. Okay, he can just say, if I'm trying, just calm the situation down by speaking about it. Say, negotiations are ongoing. Just lie. Okay, if he lies, it'd be bad, but at least he'll calm the situation down because I would rather. Because trust me, the heat is right. The fans don't know. Listen, no one's going on. No one knows what's going on right now. It's just literally quiet. So what's happening? Madrid media are saying he wants to go, and it's done pretty much. Liverpool media are saying he wants to stay. He's not setting up. He's going, or Liverpool ongoing negotiations. So who do you believe? So for me, it's one of those situations where it's a PR. It's actually what's happening. So it's PR from the Madrid side versus PR from the Liverpool side. Who's the main guy that I need to speak about? Trent, because we don't know what's going on. So, and you know what? People are saying Salah will leave after his interview on Sky thing. That Salah. He didn't actually say he's going to leave. He said at the moment he will leave because we've not actually reached. Well, it's a disgrace I've not agreed or close to agreeing the contract. But he just said basically the demands are not close yet. So look, just get the contract done, man. Look, this could derail our season. We've got to get.
It's what a pleasure. I think it's what a pleasure though, because I mean, you man don't have to worry about the football on the pitch. What you guys are worrying about are semantics, really. You've got Liverpool, born and bred, who's about to live for Real Madrid because that's what you do. You go and you got to taste the world and play, and then you've got Salah. I mean, I just feel like Liverpool are in such a good situation that, you know, I also think that you don't want to make the same mistake that Spurs made. If Salah wants to go, let him go and start preparing for success from now. He's going to go at some point. So get that in your head.
No. We cannot let this guy go. I don't care. You cannot let Salah go. I'm saying, bro, you know how much GA he has? He has 30 fucking GA.
Bro, he's mad. He makes up 50% of your team.
Bro, he has 75% of our GA. So I'm not letting him go.
Crazy. It is crazy numbers.
Do you think I trust Darwin Núñez? Then do you think I trust Darwin Núñez, our main guy? No.
Yeah. Well, your owners are doing better than what ours, and I'm impressed with what you do. So, bro,
we're not signing him in January. We're not signing him in January, which we should be signing someone. Yeah. We're not. And I'm looking at Man City. Arsenal actually go for someone, which worries me because, bro, if Arsenal get a good winger and we don't sign anyone, like I said, even if we don't sign anyone in January, I'm still comfortable in the league. Just because the gap is, we beat Man United on the weekend, it goes back to 6 points. And I'm hoping Brian do something on the weekend. Please, Brian.
Yeah. I think it's like you. I think you man have done it, and I think you will.
By the way, you might have an easy game. We're gonna rotate midweek, I would say. Versus Tottenham, by the way.
I still think you snap us regardless, so I'm not even looking forward to that game.
Are you sure? Okay, look,
I don't. Right now, my club is in such a mess. I'm not looking forward to any game.
I'll give you.
I'm on lastminute.com looking at trips to Thailand.
Okay, I'll give you my team for the Tottenham game midweek,
and then we got to wrap up because
I'll just give you the team which I would do versus Tottenham way and whether you're. So Keller and goal.
Yeah.
Bradley at right back because I think he's fit.
He's good.
Bring Canati in because he's fit as well. Yeah. I don't think he plays as Man United. I'll rest Van Dijk. I'll play Van Dijk as well actually, because it's still semi-final.
Yeah.
Tsimikas left back. I'll go Endo in midfield. Yeah. Elliot and McAllister. I still want to win this game, so that's
you guys are that team already is better than what we're gonna field.
And then front three will be Darwin Núñez, Jota, and Chiesa.
We've got a back line, the same back line that you put 6 past, so it's long for us.
Wait, what?
Oh, I don't see Tottenham doing anything. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of if, not when Postecoglou loses a job. But right now, big up to you. Thank you for coming through, my bro. Thank you for everyone that locked in, locked on. Happy New Year. Yeah, right, let's do it again next week, Friday. And I think, like you, man, it's light work. I'm just seeing you, chest just pumped up. It's light. Yeah. You're not even talking to me about football anymore. You're talking to me about contracts.
Bro. That's the thing I can do also. That's the thing I would do all season. That's the only thing I'll be honest with you. Anything else would just... And I say also fans injuries, bro. We've had injuries this year. We've had Canai injured. Bro, we've had
you guys are fine, man.
So Arsenal fans, listen, be humble.
Well, let's see who your next challengers will be. Whether it will be Chelsea.
We have no challenges, bro. I'm not afraid of anyone. Bro. I'm not afraid.
I think the whole league has been pretty dusty.
I'm not. Bro,
big up to you. Yeah. Big up to you, Raj. Thank you for coming through. Big up to everyone that locked in, locked on. I am doing the show right now with Tune Tactics. Literally, give us 30 seconds and we're live. Raj, thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
See you next week, Friday, my bro.
Yeah. When Salah Sunday you do.
It's light work. On that note, thank you. Big up to everyone locked in, locked on. See you in the mo. Thank you.